the Kobold, of Wilhelm Schwartz and Father Peter too. There are tales of the Hoplite, of Leroy Copeland and Hatshu. And while the details of their past and trials were never meant to spawn,
Fishy
the deeds
stick.
of wondrous company will
Why is
live
that
on.
from the Skywind server?
Fishy stick.
Because the fishy stick has a deep relation to
The
Test.
Skywind? What?
It has a deep relation to like the Elder Scrolls forums.
Like?
It was just a joke on the forums that was like there for a while. It's even referenced in Skyrim.
Oh shit! What the fuck?
Shut up and take my money.
It's like OnlyFans in a nutshell.
Hey, Knox.
Hmm?
I got something for you.
What'd you get?
Pull it up. This is just for you right now.
Yeah.
That is a rock.
A new
Oh,
no.
hand
Not-
touches the
no,
beacon.
we're not doing the fucking science shirt that was funnier to you than anything else in the movie. You fucking. Oh my god.
So good.
Where did
It
you
was so
upload
good.
that? Where did you get that from?
Internet. I'm quick at finding things on the internet. Not as quick as Ren, apparently.
You're a
Who just
kobold
has a-
kisser.
He's got a repository of just saved images.
I'm just using the GIF generator on the in Discord.
How dare you?
I can never find what I'm looking for in there.
It's like using a search engine. You just gotta think. Which it
Problem
might be
is,
hard.
Whenever I
for-
put a space in there, it just only searches for the last word.
That's fucked, Nikos.
And your head touches the beacon. Shut up. Oh, hello, Arma Conscript, Reforger Map Man. God. Alrighty. Let's get the music going here. Stats. Pull up my page. Get my shenanigans. Set your music levels. Oh boy, oh boy. You're a bunch of fucking lemmings.
Why did you roll intimidation, Torin?
I roll intimidation one time at the start of every session. You haven't noticed?
No, I haven't. Usually it's flooded out by other shit happening because I don't actually check the chat until way later.
I just roll it once at the very start every time. I've been doing it for months.
Why? Or are
I
you
don't
gonna
know.
not tell us?
It's
that's
to
why.
let you know what to expect.
You're just testing out the dice roller to see how
Yeah.
we'll be feeling
It's
that
a,
day.
It's a warm-up roll. So like if I take my black and red die and
I'll tell you
Alright,
how it's
that's-
feeling. It's never feeling good.
that's a 10. I don't know, give us a d20, Peter. We'll see what your fate for this day will be. Let's see how the dice are feeling like treating you today.
That's how.
I mean, that's a
About usual then, huh?
that's a 20%. That's 20%, right? Yeah, that's 20%. I mean, it's not bad. Okay, stop with your fucking beacons. I know. I'm about to ban the beacon word in the server. Yeah, where's my notes? There's my notes. Alrighty. So, last we left off with Wondrous Company in Due West. You guys, in fact, are no longer going westward or northward, having run into a very peculiar Kenku by the name of Mosin, you guys have discovered that the mountainside and the valley of Mount Ushba has been having some pretty rough times.
Full of communists.
It is full of communists, but it was just full of Georgian communists until not too recently, when Soviet communists began entering the region and making things even worse. Namely by...
Sharing all their bullets.
For a large part, yeah. They unfortunately seem to have destroyed a village of Kanku and have been slowly purging and shipping out the Dragonborn communities.
Quality
or
for
Dragonkin.
everyone, though.
Bullet for everyone. The Dragonkin communities to somewhere else. You guys, through an odd circumstance of causing not one but 2 avalanches while moving through this area, have gotten the attention and have been brought before the small little village of Dragonkin, who have agreed to allow you to escort them out of the country. With, of course, a little bit of help and directions from them to find your objective, which they seem largely unknowing about. But last we left off, you guys have acquired that there was... the last contact they really had was a Cossack that was on the run, who unfortunately seems to have died shortly after landing in their care, who is claiming some rather curious things pertaining to shadows and nowhere left to run. However, their bigger concern has been avoiding making any ruckus in the valley, because anytime anything happens, Soviets and trucks show up and cause even more havoc. So, in light of this, you guys are escorting and walking with them to your landing site, where, if I recall correctly, your guys' last plan was to get them to the plane to be dropped off in Athens to hopefully a welcome greeting from Zagros' mother dearest, before returning back to land at the previous landing site and await to pick you guys up, as you assume you might be a little while searching the mountains. But as we figure out the logistics of that, we come to our little map.
I'm the map.
Why don't you
I'm the
just stay
map.
home?
I'm the map.
Shut the fuck up.
And the map.
I'm AFK for a minute. Someone who isn't retarded, please take charge of
Okay,
navigation.
comrade. I shall take charge of Peter and Father
no.
Chorkov.
It's so fucking Jover.
Oh no. Let's see.
This comes back. Sorry, Peter, I overextended you.
That never happens.
Just overextended to all hell.
Listen, I've overextended this character once,
Yeah,
and I still managed to get back without much of a scratch.
Peter just comes back. It's like, why am I in St. Petersburg?
We thought you wanted to go home, and we,
I'm not from St. Petersburg.
We thought it was a good idea. We thought it was a good idea. There we go. I had to do my THs like S's. That's why I keep forgetting.
There you go.
That
So,
is...
the party of 6 of you, after eating some food and packing up the village, start making your way towards the landing site, with Mosin walking beside the Zoveta, or the mayor, if you can call it that, of what's remaining of the village, Abkhazi Simbornar, one of the more senior dragonkin of Mestia. In total, there is only 6 of them. I hear a puppy dog.
It's not a fucking puppy. That's a bassy bark.
That's a big
dog
bassy dog. Yeah.
Oh, it's probably my my Great Dane.
Oh
See?
yeah, you got a Dane.
She's outside.
Puppy dogs. Yeah, we'll pick up with you guys, just starting to leave the village and make your way east towards the landing site.
Making my way downtown, walking fast, faces pass, I'm homebound.
They have, small packs and looks like maybe 2 or 3 chests worth of stuff, that they're carrying between the 2 of each of them. Not very much. They're traveling pretty light. As they
Would you
kind
like me
of
to?
look to you guys for, where to?
Would you like me to help with carrying the chest?
It might be a little bit heavy for you.
Put it on the cannon.
I was actually just thinking about that.
I can
Well,
carry something if you need me to.
You need the ability to summon a eldritch forklift.
Well, eventually I'll get 2 cannons. They can just pull shit. And my cannon's only small size, so it really doesn't help much.
This Torn's just gonna set the way east. He knows where he's going.
Alright.
I assume they know this area pretty well, so if we told them it's like about 4 miles over, they'd be able to.
We've already been in this hex.
No, I thought we went north first. I thought this one we
No.
haven't been in.
We went west first.
You guys
we
were
did.
in Mestia. and
Oh.
You're going that way.
Yeah, yeah.
No,
but
no,
we
we're
were
talking.
from the
We
landing
did
site.
like
Yeah.
that was our
Yeah.
intended path.
Oh, I thought we went up and then over straight.
Nope.
Okay, that makes sense then. So we've already been here. Yeah.
Of course we've been here. Look, there's our footsteps and one really conspicuous drag mark.
Hmm.
You can see a little bit of your guys' previous path that's relatively rounded out and snow covered over now. It's it pretty well been muffled by the wind and snow in the valley.
We are not very stealthy, are we?
It's snow.
It's very difficult to be stealthy in the snow.
I would imagine so.
Well, let's get this show on the road.
What road?
Sure.
Where we're going, we don't need
Road?
We kinda do.
Listen, everyone was rhyming, so I wanted to add in my 2 cents.
Is that what you were doing?
The mayor blinks once or twice, looks at the Kenku, and the Kenku gives the most genuine shrug as they kind of turn and the 6+1 just start walking their way eastwards. Plodding their way through the snow. It's not super deep down here. You're looking at maybe like 2-3 inches of snow. Not much.
So torn, that's like 2 to 3 feet, right?
No, that's like 2 to 3 inches.
He's just shorter. He's not like running on a different scale to the rest of us.
He runs on centimeters to our inches.
No. Like we're all at 1/6 scale, and he's like 1/32 scale.
His perception of scale is off.
That's canon now. We made it.
Oh no.
The DM said it. It's canon.
No, that's not canon.
That's canon now.
Perception of scale is not different based upon your height.
It kind of is, though.
Shut up.
Kind of. It kind of is, if you think about it.
That's
He's only a foot shorter than you.
Your perception is horrible.
I'm 6 foot something.
A foot and a half shorter than you.
There we go. That's better.
Children.
I roll perception with advantage because I'm tall.
You also need a monocle to see. Because you're gray.
It's a magic
inside.
monocle.
Roll
Imagine
me,
a magic monocle.
Is it a magic monocle?
Roll me survival, all of you.
Imagine if it's a magic monocle that shoots magic missile. So it's a magic missile monocle.
So I'm like Cyclops.
11.
Is that survival?
21.
Survival.
Oh no.
I got a 3.
Oops,
Well,
I-
nature
Whoa.
sword.
What'd you roll nature, you?
It's survival like.
No.
A 19.
Still better than me.
Let me do some math here then. 20, 30, 48, 49, 50, 51, 50, 54.
Wilhelm's like, it's this way, and just starts walking off to the left.
As you guys are walking your way
Or just starts
along,
eating random berries.
Torin, you're kind of taking sort of point up with Nikos, and you start to find yourself veering a little bit to one direction and then the other, as you guys kind of don't quite notice that collectively you're making a little bit of a serpentine pattern rather than just going straight down the middle of the canyon. Thankfully, no massive wrong turns or incorrect steps are taken, but it does take you a bit longer to cross this gridded area due to a perhaps heavier left foot or a little more of a stiff tail, perhaps? Or maybe it's Leroy having pestered him that's bugging the highest roll, as the lowest roll being a nat 1 is causing some sort of turmoil that is making the collective number take a bit longer. So it will take you guys double the time to cross this grid before you're able to approach the landing site. As I will move and do some addition here. There we go. As you guys continue your way and eventually come to a little bit of a clearing where you're able to look across, and thankfully you guys don't have to roll for this. However, it will require you an 18 or above to try to actually spy the plane itself. They have camouflaged it and hidden it in a way that...
There's the plane.
Damn. Yeah. Torn definitely sees it. Torn's played this Where's Waldo. You guys know where it is because you know
He
where
sees
it
in more of
isn't.
the light spectrum than the rest of us.
Maybe. But you guys know what pockets it's in, but you can't really see it except for Torn, who's walking up front. Leroy also sees it. Namely the tires and some of the engine that's sticking out a little bit. And
You can tell it's a plane because it looks like a bush that's shaped like a plane.
Yeah, I suppose that would give it away, wouldn't it?
I mean, if you're looking for planes, but who's looking for planes out here in the middle of nowhere?
I'll say that's not very nice. We did what we could with what we had.
All I could say is we, and I say we as Germans, have never been good with Russian winters.
What? No, that was a compliment. You made a plane look like a bush. That is not an easy thing to do.
All of you kind of pause for a moment, and all the Dragonkin have to take a sidestep as towards the middle of your pack, a sort of spider hole thatched hatch pops up from the snow slowly, and the co-pilot raises up and looks to you, and he's all bundled up in his little hidey hole. We're a lot better at infantry obscuring than vehicles or large silver planes, so be a little nice with what we did. Unless you have some white ink or maybe some paint, that's about as best as we can do.
White? I'm sorry. Were you just under?
It works good enough. Worked quite well. I certainly
Did
couldn't
you-
see it.
We have been gone like a day. Did you build a whole tunnel network?
No, we're not that inspired. We just made some rotational spider holes, and we work in a clockwise fashion in a perimeter around the plane.
You know what? I'm glad you guys are on our side.
It beats just staying around, I suppose.
Well, we have some passengers for you.
And
I'm gonna reach down to help him out of
noticed.
the hole.
Yeah, you'll take a hand up and you'll kind of raise him up out. He'll reach down, pull his rifle out, sling it on his shoulder. I see
Oh,
you
there's a
have
shoot.
No,
some-
not his rifle. He has that submachine gun, remember?
Oh yeah, you guys gave him a little submachine gun.
Right,
Or
so,
he could be using the rifle, I don't know.
the long and the short of it is that we screwed up the mountain, and communists are coming now, and they need to not be here. So you're gonna fly them to Egypt,
No. No.
not Egypt, right?
They are going to fly them
Please.
over to Athens.
Sorry, my mind is still on Egypt.
Where? Who are they?
They are
Innocent civilians who would be murdered by the communist regime, so we're evacuating them.
Ah. Is this part of your open diplomacy channel that you've been granted for this mission?
Ah,
And if
Very
you need
well.
something for the paperwork, just say they're informants.
I'm not worried about the paperwork. Thankfully, your decisions don't... I don't need to clarify for them. However, I have one question with this. Once we deliver them to Athens, how do we pick you up?
Flares.
come back 2 days later and you look for a flare. And if you don't see one, you leave and come back 2 days later and look for a flare. And if that fails for, say, a week, then you leave them and tell them that we're lost in Russia.
You expect us to enter and exit possibly hostile airspace multiple times in hopes of finding a flare?
If anyone can do it, you can. We'll give you a rough area of where we should be.
Why, you think they're
We
gonna chase
shall-
you down on a biplane?
We shall be right next to Mount Ushba.
You see him reach down and he brings his wool mitten kind of to his face and kind of rubs his temples for a moment, wipes his eyes. Very well. Just to confirm then, we're taking them to Athens, refueling, landing in Rhodes, fully topping off, and then from the point of dropping them off, you want us to start a 48-hour rotational clock where we're to enter this airspace and look for a flare, and if we see it, we will land and pick you up.
I would say make sure you are over here at noon every 2 days for a week.
We can be in the airspace for at least 8 or 9 hours, so that can be done.
Also, for provisions for both our guests here as well as yourself, I'm going to give you $400, $200 each.
We're on a salary. Pay isn't necessary. It's more so we'd
Okay,
rather
fine.
not have to do winter survival should the Soviets send a plane after us.
You've got a gun.
I don't trust the ability to dogfight in this.
Then
I'm
run.
pretty sure you are faster than anything the Soviets have built.
Well, yes, but
All of their planes are made out of paper and broken dreams. You're fine.
there's some magic that we can't outrun. If the Soviets practice any
Does-
magic.
Do the Soviets
If
practice
they-
magic?
If they start denying the airspace to you, do not risk it. We will find our own way out.
Do you happen to have? Does anybody happen to have the? It's a certain spell. I think it's to communicate over long distance. I think it's called sending.
Quick
Fairly
question: how far
certain
can
someone
Dimension
has
Door
that
not.
be
spell.
cast?
It's not very far.
Dimension Door?
Yeah, it's Dimension Door just takes you like 200 feet or so away. It doesn't take you like thousands of miles away.
Roughly, yeah.
Damn.
Well,
For your information,
Torn's gonna bust out like the map and show them where the party is planning on going to and where they will realistically be.
he'll look at that, nod a couple times, pull out his map, start copying down some quick notes, fold it back up, and stuff it back in his jacket.
We'll also give him the information
Yeah.
about that we have about the locations of Soviet troops.
I was gonna say that, yeah. He's got that shit too.
Gives a good nod to that and kind of puts that to memory. Looks over to you, Nikos. Well, let's start walking for the plane. I'm assuming you want to get warm at least for a few minutes before we
Hang on.
leave.
Right quick. Can I ask the mayor's wife how far away she can cast detect item?
Mayor kind of looks over, looks back. It's based upon the item and the abundance of that item.
If we were to make 2 unique but identical amulets, would she be able to locate the other one if she were in, say, Greece and we were here?
Kind of looks to her and she gives a little bit of a kind of hesitant pause, but then a small nod.
If that would be too much, I do not want to risk her health.
Could use a. Sorry. Could just give her a gammon bomb. I mean, I'm sure there's not very many of those around here.
Yeah, but I think we will need those.
Believe she would be able to. The only hesitancy I have with that is, doesn't that mean she would need to be near enough to the plane to guide them to that location?
We will try to stick to a rough location, and we cannot travel that far around here. All she would have to do would be to tell the pilots where we are before they leave for one of their once every 2-day checks, and that will give them a rough idea of where to look for us.
Sort of like an update.
I suppose that would work. And he starts walking with some of the Dragonborn, kind of gesturing them to Dragonkin. God, I keep mixing that up. To walk to the plane, and kind of looks over at you again, Nikos, as he's kind of gesturing for all of you to follow with. Might I ask, I know you have some magical family abilities back in Athens. Do you think, perhaps, once we land there, if you could write up a note or a message, and perhaps we can just airdrop you a teleportation spell? When we enter the airspace, and if we find your flare, we just drop you a spell and care package, and perhaps you can use that.
That could work.
I don't think you're getting paid enough.
We're paid plenty.
If you can get
But
this spell.
I feel if we can get the spell, do you think that might be something achievable, Zagros?
I think so, yeah.
Nikos' mom has connections.
Is that anybody who could actually use a spell scroll? I believe I could. I think anybody who is arcane can.
Well, I even managed to use one. As long as you can do a parlor trick, you should be able to open a scroll. I don't believe it takes
blew a
magic.
hole
You
in
believe-
space with one.
That was you.
Oh, you saw that?
The whole island saw it.
Interesting.
It was very hard to miss.
Yeah, it was quite
I'm
impressive.
betting everyone in this hemisphere saw it.
We will
Hemisphere.
we will stick with the 48-hour plan and the matching of flares and locating them, and we will keep that as our go-to. But upon landing in Athens, I will see what we can procure, if we can, as you mentioned, Mr. Schwartz. We should be able to send a message or magical note of sorts to inform you that we can just airdrop it to you. And rather than landing again somehow in this valley, we just drop you the needed supplies and you teleport yourself where you need to be.
Sounds easier, but if you're gonna
That
do
would be pretty useful.
you're gonna have to make it interesting. You're gonna have to pick up something fun, and a bit of a surprise. You know, drop it with the scroll.
What do you mean?
Never mind.
I was going to include maybe food and some basic supply.
Well, that too. That's good too.
Were you wanting something else?
Yeah, sure. Get creative.
kind of looks to the rest of the party like, what's he talking about? Kind of look.
Man, I don't think much would survive a fall from an airplane.
I'm sure it's gonna
When
have
you
a
were
little
in
parachute.
when you were in school, did you ever do that thing where you wrap up an egg and try to drop it from a great height and increase in greater heights with by making something out of paper mache to protect the egg?
No, we were pushed out of planes on the Mark I experimental parachute.
Did you not do this in like how you British say grammar school?
No, that's nothing I recall ever learning.
You ever dropped on your
Yes.
head?
No. I'm starting to question whether you all were, though, or not. As he reaches up and will get to the plane and grabs the handle and pulls down the kind of like 5 steps that go up to the side of it and kind of takes a stance beside it. Calls up inside. Oi! You hear a little bit of clattering, and you see the pilot kind of poke his head out and kind of rubbing his face. I was sleeping. Oh, we have passengers? Yes, they're asking us to take them to Athens and then return to Rhodes, refuel, and then I'll explain in flight, but it's a rotational purpose. We need to extract them while they continue searching for their objective. Ah. Very well. Hop aboard,
Important
make yourself
ingredients.
comfortable.
Before they leave, can we ensure that we all have 14 days worth of food?
That'd be a good idea.
Can do. As he'll kind of disappear inside and opens the kind of tertiary hatch on the back that's a little bit wider and lowers down the staircase. Much shorter staircase near the back of the plane. And starts pushing a little crate over and gets it to the edge and starts to slowly kind of bunny hop it down the stairs to the bottom, drops it down in the snow. That should be, I'd say about 10 days rations. You said you wanted 14?
I have, so you know, I do have 10 days of rations.
Yeah,
on
we all
me.
should be already carrying 10 days rations, so.
Oh.
If
Well, then-
we're unsure, we can just
Another 4
take
each.
straws, see who gets cooked.
And
Yeah, if we all grab another 4.
and snag that bourbon bottle from the middle shelf too.
You brought alcohol on the plane?
There's always alcohol. in
We have a mini bar on the plane. Have you not seen it?
We're not allowed to touch
Quite
it.
nice.
Speaking of, are there any bottles of vodka in there that might be useful at some point?
No, that makes sense. Cold weather and... Alright,
I was actually thinking trading, but
turns around, goes inside as the first 2 Dragonborn are starting to board the plane. After a moment, he pokes his head back out, holding out a bottle of vodka and a bottle of brandy. This is
taking the bottle
about
of vodka.
best we can find.
Brandon.
That should be good.
Well, thank you. I appreciate it.
What kind of vodka? British?
Some
Polish?
British-made,
Yeah.
domestic sort of vodka.
It's actually just gin, but it just says vodka.
It's just gin with a vodka sticker on it.
Careful here, Peter. You might offend someone with that.
Yeah, still,
think
you
he's
find the right
offended by
person,
it.
it might be worth it to them.
Well, any other supplies that you feel we should leave with you before we get out of here?
We have rope, right?
Everybody should have 50 feet of rope on them.
Well, I lost my 50
Yep.
feet, so I got
Shovels.
another 50 feet. I
Shovels,
have 2
shovels,
shovels
yeah.
on me.
You have 2 shovels? Okay.
Yeah.
In that case, we're probably good on shovels.
Yeah. I have a
Does
shovel.
anybody want the extra Mosin Nagant we have? Perhaps someone would like that for ammunition compatibility should the worst come.
You all hear a moderate caliber bolt action rifle shot sound out in the plane as both of the pilots flinch for a moment, look back, and then you see him kind of shaking his head at something in the plane. Kenku.
Apart from that, we should all get a hold of some grenades for ourselves as well.
I was going to say, I don't believe we're gonna need them, so if you want all the crates of those, then just put less weight on us.
Are you sure?
So we have
grenades
4
are a good
frags and 4
idea in
gammon
the
bombs to
mountain?
distribute. Say that again, Nikos.
Are you sure grenades are a good idea in the mountain?
Absolutely. Give me 2 of those gammon bombs, please.
Do with them as you please. The less weight on this plane, the better. I have a feeling most of these Dragonkin are double most of your weight.
Watching the plane sag every time one gets.
Just a little bit. They're very dense. They're human-sized, about 6'6", 6'8", but they're very heavy. They're not fat, they're just dense and heavy.
I'm taking 2
I'll
of
take-
these gammon bombs.
I'll take the other 2.
Hell yeah,
Right.
Meek.
I'm mocking
Softball from one
those
peak
off
to
for
the
plane
other.
storage.
What were the
Um,
other grenade types?
We
Regular.
also have 4 frag grenades. I'm taking 1. Does anybody want the others?
I'll take two of the
I'll take-
frags.
I'll take another one.
That is all of the frags then.
I'm now full up on 4 Mark 1 grenades.
Nice.
And then I still have, I think, 1 German stick grenade. Yes, I do.
Use that one to beat someone to death with.
Well, yeah, you can use them next time we find some potatoes.
Ah, potato masher. I get it.
Yep.
Very well.
Well, I believe our plan. Before you take off, I believe our plan was to have the Kenku teleport us back to our campsite from last night.
Is that a possibility?
From
he-
what
You
the-
just said the range isn't that far on it.
Oh,
Yeah, but we already did a Miles teleport with the
Yeah.
Kenku's help, so I've kind of been assuming the rules don't properly apply to him because he's a Kenku and
That
an
is weird.
NPC.
Upcast like a motherfucker. I gave him only 2 spells for a reason.
Hey, NPC magic's nothing to sneeze at.
NPC magic, yeah.
Plot relevant magical capability.
Well,
Exactly.
we can wait to take off if you want him to take you back to your campsite and then come back here and we depart shortly after. We can do that.
I do not think he has to follow us through the dimension door.
Yeah, he just kind of opens the door.
I don't know how
think.
your magic works.
My bolt, is that something that would work?
You just hear a nice, kind of friendly, like, crow's caw, and then the head kind of pokes and gives, like, a very brief nod.
Alright, great. I'm telling you, when you get the grease, you've got to try out the sauna they have there. It's something else. You're gonna like it.
Repeats
is
in
quite nice.
your voice, sauna?
Oh no, just use that word. They'll know. They'll know. They'll take you there. They're good people there. Good people.
Maybe you should write up a letter of introduction for them, Nikos.
That sounds like a good idea.
Hey, Mom, we found these people in the mountains. Take care of them. Thanks. Love you. Bye.
That might make it a bit easier to unload them on likely unsuspecting company.
Hey, Mom, I know you helped us in Rhodes. Can you help us again?
Yeah, all these guys need passports to wherever they want to go. So thanks, Mom.
We're just gonna lean on Nikos' mom super hard.
For the moment. We do plan on taking them all the way back to London, though.
Yeah, I know, but it's just the fact of, hey, thanks for sending people to help us out in our last mission. Hey, you might help us out in this mission.
We're gonna have to build a separate guest house for the people we ship to her.
Oh my god.
She actually is just gonna get a shit ton of money just from like creating a hotel or like a villa on the herd grounds, just for all the people we send.
If you want to write me up a little message, Nikos, as
Actively doing that now.
Sweet.
By the way, I am sending them with $200. I already took it off my money, but it's essentially $200 to help pay for their day, for lack of a better word.
Okay.
If she accepts it, she accepts it. If not, then but I am sending them with it.
Sounds good. You guys will be able to give them the letter, give them some money, and after a little while, they're able to start puttering up the engines on the plane with a nice little bang, pulling some of the foliage off the wings, and basically unscattering it, and getting ready to start taxing just a couple feet that it needs to for a very short and aggressive takeoff that they're going to have to push a little bit harder than usual.
Remember that full power thing we talked about?
I trust his ability, and don't worry, I'll be helping him. So I believe we have everything, and we'll stand by in Rhodes and follow that 48-hour clock, unless of course our secondary tasking perhaps work. We'll see if we can get it to you that way. But I suppose Mosin was it? If you want to do your thing. And after a moment, you see the Kenku come up to the door and kind of leans a little bit past him, kind of aggressively, reaches one of its hands out, and I would like all of you to make me a dexterity save.
It was coming. Oof.
Someday I'd like to do a save that I am actually proficient in.
Yeah. I do like how, like, 10, 13, 15, 17. Now we just need Leroy to get, like, a 20.
A 19 and a 21. Yeah, we need Leroy and we need Hachu. Dex saves. So how you feeling, Hachu?
He's not.
He doing okay?
They got him.
He might be getting food.
Ah, okay. Yeah, I don't want to rush him through that.
Yeah, we do. Rush!
Shove a
Do
Cliff
it.
Bar up your ass and call it a day. Crit and climb.
Yeah.
All the whole time, and you go right into.
Y'all hear that?
Nope.
I heard. I've been listening to you guys
Partially.
the whole
Yeah, he got up right before you asked for the deck save.
Oh. Damn. It do be like that sometimes. And Leroy.
Bad timing.
Oh, good.
I was only sitting here listening to y'all the entire time. But then I get up to get something to drink, and then y'all say something to me.
So hot you, son of a bitch!
Bye.
Oh, yeah. What do you want? What do you want?
Dex save. And
Oh, no,
Leroy.
again. Not
do.
again.
Is he dead?
no.
Is
Not
Leroy
another
making?
dick save.
He's making a charcuterie board.
A what
The-
board?
The infamous
Charcuterie board.
charcuterie.
That's what happens every time we don't see
Dave.
Leroy.
Every time he disappears, he's making.
Oh, Lord have mercy.
Oh no.
Not
Well-
this again.
Welcome home from work.
So as the six of you are gathered around, and the Kenku, known as Mosin, sticks their head out and gives sort of a farewell kind of wave, but also all of you fall through the kind of purplish hole in the floor that opens up. And you find yourselves at a similar kind of dried campsite that you were at previously, which, if I recall correctly, was down in the pass itself.
No, it was not.
It was in. Well, it was in the
It
other
was-
pass.
Or it was north of it.
The
correct?
Ushba.
No, it was right here. It was right
Was
here.
it? Okay.
Because we
Oh,
moved
yeah, it
up
was definitely.
one.
Yes, we did.
And remember, before we did it, we said we were specifically not going to climb the mountain.
Themselves up and
We were
correct.
staying in the valley on the left
No,
side of the
them
heck.
now. I'm talking about their future and how the hell they're gonna kill the queen.
Good
Why
for
are you
them.
killing the queen?
Is that a
Sorry. Sorry, guys. I just asked the question. My bad, y'all.
As you guys all fall through the floor, it's kind of that portal thing where you drop through the floor and pop out of a.
And we keep
Sort
dropping,
of,
and we keep
uh,
dropping, and we keep dropping.
It kind of has the feeling of that as you see the floor of snow and hardpack and some barren spots where the tents and the campfire were that have kind of snowed over just a little bit, coming towards you, and then dropping towards it again, and then dropping towards it again. And this happens about 4 times as you're falling about 10 feet before everybody lands with a nice, gentle pump on heavy heels in the snow. Except for Wilhelm. You land and you kind of do that, like, arms swinging around in a circle before you fall onto your butt. Just kind of pump. For some reason, though, Hachu gets kind of
What do you mean for some reason?
elongated. Perhaps that's the reason why the spell was taking a little bit longer to fully work, as he kind of, like, ice cream dispenser noodles and lands head first as his body falls and kind of coils on top of him, and you'll take 4 bludgeoning damage.
Thanks.
You managed to.
I don't understand. I just move and I fall.
God, you're always touching the ground. I don't even know how you fall.
Oh, ground becomes unground, apparently.
Unground.
Alright, I got you with 4 lay on hands points.
Is anybody else hungry now?
Yeah,
No.
I went and grabbed more taco soup.
Do not mean in real life, but okay.
Peter just pulled out a bowl of taco soup. You want some? That's the next Berryman image. Peter with
They
just
just
a
have it for
bowl of
free.
soup and there's a taco sticking out of it.
Yeah, they just leave it for free. You could take it.
They just leave tacos around all over the Georgian mountains. It's crazy.
Didn't
It's a
you know?
native dish.
It's a well-known fact.
Yeah, a well-known fact. The Georgians made taco soup. Oh
They just
god.
leave it everywhere. In fact, it's not even that they're like being generous, they just make so much. They, take the bowl, take a couple spoons out of it and then sit it down and forget about it because they just have so much taco soup all over the place.
I am so confused.
The portal up above you closes as you hear the engines of the plane starting to rev up harder and louder as it closes, and you start to hear the slight rolling of wheels as they're starting to take off. And you
And then we
guys
hear
find
from
yourselves
farther away.
back at your campsite. You actually, with the not 1 or 2, but 3 valleys and 2 mountain ranges between you, you're not gonna hear that for a while. It's actually
Oh, yeah.
relatively good at blocking the sound. Low-flying planes in this area are pretty easy to obscure and hide, thankfully. However,
Just so you guys are aware,
Mhm.
Peter has definitely had tacos before because he lived in California.
I was gonna say you were in San
you're
Francisco
right.
for a bit, so you've had tacos
And sushi.
and sushi, yeah,
Yeah, because you were in Japan too.
and a chimichanga.
I just realized.
All at the same time once.
What do you realize?
Moment's gone.
Oh, that's upsetting.
You were
Okay.
literally too quiet to be interpretable.
I don't know why he's so quiet for you guys. He's plenty good for me.
He's good for me too.
Most of the time, yeah. For that exact moment, though, I could not hear a word he said.
Yeah. Oh, good.
But he did realize something, and we'll never know about it.
Torrens realized he's never had a taco. You guys find yourselves at the campsite, and you still have a good amount of the day available should you choose to move another grid, or if you should choose to set up camp. As the 6 of you are gathered up, you got additional camping gear, you got your extra food, you got your additional supplies on you. What does what do?
Well, we have essentially two options. We can sleep and wake up early to kind of use the cover of night to move. However, the negative to that is it will be cold as fucking hell.
Yeah, I'm not doing that.
Okay. The other side is we just walk. We're only about 8 miles away to get to where we need to go.
I believe we should carry on for as long as we can today.
I agree.
I'll walk up
Carry
this
on, my
terrible
words.
mountain. The sooner I can walk back down this terrible mountain. Let's go.
Or slide.
No more
Yeah,
sliding.
or just keep falling. Apparently, because that's all I do here.
I did not say slide. I said slide.
No.
In Nikos, whatever
Yeah?
you do not let Wilhelm ever touch your shield again.
I was not
It is
planning
for his
on
own
it
good.
after last time. I agree with you. After last time, I agree.
Hey, like I said, or like you guys said, I looked cool. However,
Until
I
you
don't.
smashed your head in, and
I'm very aware, and I don't plan on doing that again. Anytime soon, anyway.
Do those pathways, like old pathways through the mountains that the mayor showed us on the map, help us navigate this next hex?
So pathways are a generous word, more like suggested routes that make it easier to move through.
Slightly better than just walking up the mountainside.
Yeah. Maybe in the summer they would be more recognizable as paths, but in the snow and winter right now, it's more like a suggested route. But yeah, you guys will be able
Wow.
to get advantage on movement from grid to grid. Your collective check will be much lower.
How about the fact that I just nat 20'd on those navigators tools?
Holy shit. What are you checking with your tools?
Cross-referencing the paths with the map, looking for the best way, reading the topographical, markings. Just the most this isn't gonna suck way.
Yeah, while the party is shrugging their packs and getting things ready to go as you guys are getting ready to step off, you take a moment to look at the map, you look at the routes, and suddenly you are geology degree major. As you got your compass.
Geography, not geology.
Same thing.
Topography.
Yeah, geology is rocks, bro.
Geography,
mean, if you think about-
geology, same thing.
geography is also rocks. It's
Yeah,
just,
and mountain ranges and caverns.
It's
and
not what the
terrains.
rocks are made out of, it's the
The
shape
shape
they're
of them.
in.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Where the rocks are, not what they are.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And like the specific slopes and the snow and water runoff.
I'm in love with the shape of rocks.
Yeah, you look at it and you're able to determine from this very sparsely drawn kind of web of almost looks like the little path map that you get when you go to like a national park. You're able to determine that, yeah, it's relatively correct. There's one or two little spots here or there where you guys can veer off that'll actually be easier. And you're able to make some slight changes without anyone really looking, kind of suggested lines and slight interpretive changes that will actually lower your guys' check a little bit more for movement up towards Dugra Pass.
I don't like that patch of snow. I don't know why. We're not walking through that patch of snow. Walk around that patch of snow.
It'd be really funny one of us crit fails.
And lands in that patch of
No.
snow.
But as you the checks are now lowered even more. What grid are you guys moving to?
The next one.
Yep. basically just 2 more grids.
Line
right?
is back. Yeah, we got 2 more grids.
Alright.
who I'm
I
interested
would like everybody to roll me nature.
Nature.
Natural.
Nature, huh?
Ooh, okay. Damn, Torn.
Ooh, boy. You're in your element.
Oh, I am too, apparently.
Oh, double
Okay.
24s. That is awesome.
I shouldn't have nat 20 on that. I'm from Louisiana. I don't know nothing about mountains and snow. What?
Not bad at all.
But you read a lot about him.
Oh,
Dude,
man.
Torin and Hachu are having the fucking Trail We Blaze musical cinematic from Road to El Dorado right now.
Hachu, you once visited Colorado on a ski trip with Huey Long. That's what it is.
He grew
Hey,
up
I
in the
did that as a
South. He
kid.
went north to like Tennessee, Appalachia in the winter once. So I don't know. Shit. Yeah. Thanks to the navigator tool check, you guys only needed to make a 30. Torn and Hachu alone hit that number. Yeah, Trailway Blaze. Except it's Trailway.
Antique mystery.
Torn is walking triumphantly with like little pitter-patter marching feet. Hachu, you're right behind him. You guys are kind of taking point as everyone else is kind of following behind, trudging just a little bit. Peter, you're kind of falling a little bit towards the back of the pack, but maybe it's just your heavier boots. As everybody seems to be doing phenomenally well, and the reptiles and the kobold seem to be...
Just from Nikos and me alone, we passed that. We didn't even need the nat 20s.
Exactly. Like, yeah.
Peter and me alone passed that.
This is the most chill, casual hike up, and you guys suffer no, like, attrition or cold or anything. As you guys make the modified paths, and it goes doubly quick. And you find yourselves with maybe half an hour more of sunlight before the sun starts to go down. What would you guys like to do?
I take it that's
Nikos-
not enough time for us to get into the next pass.
If you want to rush really hard, you can make it into Dugra.
Nikos, can I see your shield again?
No, you can look at it, but you can't touch.
Hey, Nikos, let's go sledding.
I do not think we should push ourselves too much in the snow. Perhaps we should stay here for tonight.
I think hiking in the dark would be a bad idea.
Is it bad that fishing in the dark just popped into my head when you said that?
Yeah.
I don't want to risk it becoming dark too quickly on us.
Fine, we'll settle down, I suppose.
So you guys
Just
are
getting going.
Yeah, I tend to agree.
setting up camp then?
Duh.
Alright, well, with the two nat 20s and the navigator's tools, you guys find a very nice, pleasant, flat, kind of less than snowed, kind of plateau part where if there is any additional wind or whatnot, it's broken up by a nice rock face. And it's a very pleasant, put together area. You guys are able to set up your camp after about an hour. It starts to get pretty cold as you lose sun contact. And as the sky starts to get darker, you got that maybe hour to hour and a half more before the sun's fully gone.
Leroy cooks us a beautiful meal.
I was gonna say, Leroy's probably cooking for you guys in the big pot. You got the fire going. You got the tents getting set up. What is the
Everybody remove a day's worth of rations.
Yeah, minus 1 day of rations. What is the layout for this one? Tent 1, Tent 2, and Tent 3?
I think we should go with the same style as last time.
Yeah, I like bunking with Torn.
Torn and Wilhelm in 1, Peter and Hachu in 2, Nikos and Leroy in 3.
Works
That
for me.
works for me.
I suppose.
And you got 3 watches. Who's going to take first, second, and third?
Whoever
like-
didn't take it last night.
I was gonna say, I think that's what I was actually gonna say. I'll actually take first watch. Why not?
Wilhelm first. Who's taking second? DM voluntells Torn.
Torin, no, you can't just follow tell him. He's sitting there poking the fire, trying to look really like, just not there.
Roll me a
I'm gonna whisper
roll
in
me charisma.
Orin's.
Charisma.
Just raw charisma, flat charisma.
A 7.
Everybody knows what a terminal lance is good at doing, and Torn is not a professional skater. You can tell he is doing idle nothing work for the sake of trying to look like he's doing idle nothing work.
Hey, Thorin, heads or tails?
I have both, yes.
Just tell me, one or the other.
Let's go there. Let's go in.
I just hands.
You get last watch.
You mean morning? Okay, I suppose that's fine. Yeah, that's all right.
I'm assuming that means Hachu gets second watch?
The process of elimination, unless he wants to say something to the contrary.
Maybe I won't let a Wendigo sneak up on our camp tonight. Oh, did I say that out loud?
You're not under the truth spell anymore.
Well, good thing a Wendigo didn't sneak up on us.
I could have been. Luckily, it was just a very helpful stranger, but he still snuck up on us. I didn't like that.
Hey, I'm the one who saw him.
Oh, no, thank you.
As you
I
guys...
do wonder how long he was watching us, Nikos.
So do I.
Roll
Well, I'm
me,
going to bed. Good night, everyone.
The two of you, actually just Peter, roll me insight as you have that thought as Nikos climbs into the tent. Hey, he must have just shown up when you saw him. He was only there for maybe a minute, maybe.
Since apparently I'm not getting a full night of sleep tonight, I'm going to bed.
Everybody climbs into their tents. Torn and Wilhelm in 1, Hachu and Peter in 2, Leroy and Nikos in 3.
No, I'm climbing a tent because I'm watching.
Except for you, yeah, you're correct. You are gonna take up your first watch. I need a perception check from you, as you'll take the first 3 hours.
14. Not bad, not great.
Not bad. You kind of take your spot and you decide to do a little bit of a idle rotation. You poke the fire a little bit, kind of warm up for a few moments before going back out and kind of rotating around and just watching. Don't really seem to notice anything in particular. Nothing really sticks out to you.
I'm gonna roll a percentage chance on something, by the way.
Oh, okay.
We'll say a.
You gotta beat a
20...
7. Actually, 25%.
I was gonna say 25% chance, 25 luck. So that means if I get above a 25, I don't notice.
1d100.
Nope, I don't notice.
Oh no.
You decide not to. You decide not to check for it that night, as you're feeling pretty sure and confident. You're kind of thinking in your own head, like, "Yeah, this reminds me of some of the stories I heard of, like Austrian and Prussian artillery in the Great War, fighting in the mountains and outside the Alps, and I wonder what it was like for them. Maybe it was like this."
I literally go on a whole history, like, pondering session rather than check my fucking...
Like, artillery in the lowlands and the swamps was cool, but artillery in the snowy mountains like this in the Alps, that might have been kind of cool. Then again, the avalanches were probably more lethal than the Arty. Huh. And you just kind of ponder on that for a bit, and then you do the usual military guy thing of, like, if I had to set up an ambush in this valley, where would I post it?
Yep. Yep.
If I had to defend the camp, what would I do? Yeah, and as your shift winds down, you realize it's been a couple hours. You need to wake up Hachu, who's in tent 2.
Okay, I go in there as quiet as possible. And I take my hand and put it over his nostrils.
You might lose that hand. Careful.
Hachu, roll me a charisma save.
What you mean by charisma save?
Charisma save.
I figured it'd be Constitution for breathing.
Your dream of getting to snake coil snoo with not
Oh,
one
of
or two,
course.
but 3 white cobra-like Thracian madams in a weird snake twirl is kind of interrupted by dust. The room gets dusty, and you're like, why is it so dusty? And then you start to sneeze a little bit as it gets dustier, and you're like kind of yawning like snakes do, because why is it getting so hard to breathe? Oh god. Oh, I'm getting snuffed out by the snakes. Why are they snuffing me? And you have to gasp as you realize Wilhelm is above you holding your nostrils.
I just punch him in the throat as I wake up.
Roll me strength.
Finally, just
Roll me strength.
oh, it's gonna be a weak ass punch.
I'm not gonna defend it. I'm gonna let him do it. Like,
You're gonna let him hit you?
yeah, this is shit that happens. His strength is probably a 1.
It
It
roll
is.
me roll me a d4. Hachu.
D4.
Yeah.
There.
Wilhelm, you take 4 bludgeoning as a rather larger than human snake fist just clocks you right in the throat.
Yeah, I deserve that. I tried to do it quietly so I didn't wake up, you know. Leroy, it's your watch.
Peter,
That's, uh,
Peter, I don't think you were able to sleep through the sound of rustling, a gasp, and then an audible thwack to flesh.
I'm just gonna roll over and cast my lay on hands on
Wilhelm.
Don't worry
Wilhelm
about it, 'cause
without-
I'm about to sleep, so I'll get all my hit points back.
No, I know my lay on hands is gonna come back by the end of the rest anyway. So
Oh, that's fine.
like you just get punched in the throat, go, "Ah!" and then I just slap you in the side and you're healed.
Just
slap me in
imagine
the
him. I do not want to hear you choking all night. Go back to bed.
Basically.
Yeah, your throat's kind of tight for a moment till he patches you, and then you're kind of able to scoot out of the tent, make your way over to yours. As Hachu, you'll be able to slither your way on out. It's cold, it's dark, it's brisk, it's not nice.
You hate all of this.
You hate every bit of this. Give me perception.
it's one of my best stats.
It's your
We're going to see how well this
speciality.
goes. It's mediocre. Gotcha.
You kind of start to do a rotation and are occasionally going between some trees and kind of passing over a few patches of snowed over grass here and there.
Peeing on everything.
And after about 2 hours looking outwards, don't really see too much of anything, but you do notice that you're starting to, whether consciously or not, follow the same path that you have before, because you realize there's only 1 to 2 like snake crevices going around the camp, and you're starting to realize you've been following a pattern after a bit.
Great, he made a
Just-
bobsleigh track.
He made a moat.
A little bit of a moat around it.
We are protected, brothers. There is a moat.
But while you're going around, you don't see anything. You don't really notice anything in particular. However, I need you to make me a charisma save, Hachu.
Okay. Also, I can do charisma saves, but I can't walk. Gotcha.
Alright. So as you're walking, or skiing, sliding around, as you start to reach the end of your shift, you kind of hear in the back of your head past a little bit of the wind and a little bit of the snow, which I realize I haven't had playing this whole time because I'm stupid. You realize, past some of the wind and sounds, you hear something very faintly, just barely over the edge of the wind, kind of playing, but you can't quite tell. It's almost like it's maybe an echo.
Peter, you are fucked.
But the rest of your shift goes, but you're hearing this occasional voice on the wind. As you reach the end of your shift, and you realize third shift is Torrens. How do you wake him?
The wind is speaking Russian. Nope, that's not Russian. It's Italian.
I think it might be Greek.
Oh, that would make more sense.
Hachu.
Hachu?
Hachu? Oh no,
Yeah.
he died.
Ah, what? I'm sorry.
You okay, man?
Yeah.
Yeah, you follow through with your shift, but you hear what sounds like kind of muffled talking and singing, maybe some music on the edge of the kind of wind blow. But you reach the end of your shift, and you realize it is now Torrens' turn to tag him in.
Hey, y'all hear some, like, music or something?
No, the rest of us are asleep. You gotta wake Torin up.
Everyone's
Oh,
asleep.
wait, hey,
Uh-huh.
hey. I don't know, who's the closest person to my tent?
Closest person to your tent would be Peter, who is currently in your tent sleeping.
Okay.
Wake Torin up.
I just start we're trying to wake everybody up.
Just kind of opening the flap and
Yeah,
kinda
just like,
doing
hey.
that.
Hey, there's music playing around. Hey, I gotta wake the orange one up.
Make your way from tent to tent, kind of stirring everyone just a little bit as all of you will slowly, kind of groggily open your eyes should you choose to.
Torin chooses not to.
If you choose to stay in your tent, you're good. If you choose to poke your head out or see what he's talking about, give me a investigation roll.
Okay. Will do. Oh, I refreshed the page accidentally, so it closed
Aye.
my character sheet.
Apparently, I'm gonna give you an intimidation roll.
Oh, don't do that.
Yeah, I'll make
Investigation.
those mountains fear me.
The wind just quiets down immediately.
Here goes
Good.
Peter, Hachu. Yeah, the three of you, Wilhelm and Torrin and Leroy, deciding to continue sleeping and kind of ignoring it. The three of you kind of stick your heads out, try to listen in. Nikos, you just hear
I don't hear anything.
wind blowing. Peter, maybe there was a little something. And Hachu, you realize now that you're trying to listen for it, you don't hear anything. It's just the wind blowing and the snowdrift.
What the?
I'm just hearing the wind.
Must have been
Maybe the
wind.
record is being changed. I'm gonna go back to sleep.
There was. What? I understand. There's music just playing a minute ago. I understand it.
I'm gonna probably wait around for a couple minutes. Then, if nothing changes, go back to bed.
More cool air is starting to blow into the tent the longer you keep it open, but you keep it there for a couple minutes. Nothing. You don't
Ah,
seem to hear anything in particular.
all right, back to bed.
You are left alone once again among the tents, Hachu, as it is your turn to tag in Torin for his shift.
I mean, if you want to stay up all night, I mean, feel free to, you know.
Torin's like, I don't want to do it.
You 20 bucks to take my shift.
Hey guys, you want to take my
Okay.
standby?
What?
It's a joke that none of you would get because you're not in my fucking old shop.
Air Force standby is you have one person that's basically on call for a weekend, no drinking, little sleeping.
Oh, it's a whole week.
Or a
It's a
whole
whole
week,
week.
rather, yeah. It sucks.
Yeah.
But yeah, you're kind of just left to yourself, aren't you? What do?
Yeah. Just must have been the wind. Just go back to sleep.
Gotta wake Torin up.
Are you gonna go back to sleep without waking Torin up? Because that's okay with Torin.
It's
I mean,
okay
I-
with Torin if
I
you
want to try to. I was going to, but then no one. I gotta go wake up the orange one, and no one responded to that. So I just.
They're all
Well,
sleeping.
you gotta say how you wake him up.
Darn, there was sound coming from there was music coming from like the mountains.
There's music coming from the mountains.
Yeah, and there was a sound of music with it. Get a punch for that
Okay.
one.
He turns over, buries his face.
Like, well, everybody else did the same thing, so fair enough. I'll let y'all know if it does it again.
Okay.
You just gonna let Torin sleep through his shift?
Yeah, why not? I'll take it. I'll take it up.
You'll take third shift? Okay.
Yeah, why not?
Oh, how nice.
Aw.
Since I'm already woken up and I'm already listening for things apparently, so yeah, I'll go ahead. I'll go ahead and
Oh,
take
no.
over.
The winter schizophrenic is gonna stay up. Yeah, you go
Inside
back to
Torin's tent, you hear like you start mentioning music, and Wilhelm's just like,
Wilhelm singing to himself. You
Will
take
help
up
sing
your-
opera in his sleep.
Oh god.
it's
You,
Edelweiss.
take up your post again and start doing your rotations. Give me a perception roll, Hachu, for third shift.
How did Torin get out of that? I'm
Hachu's too
actually,
nice.
I'm
Hachu's too
actually
nice.
kind of upset that
Hachu's being super nice, yeah.
he's not doing a shift.
Hachu, you're kind of doing your rotations slowly. You're looking outwards, kind of looking at some of the peaks. You feel like on occasion you're seeing what looks like a snowdrift kind of warbling just a little bit on top of the peak before the wind hits it and blows it apart again. You're kind of looking here and there, and you barely catch what you think is... I know you've been up near pine trees, and for anyone else that has, you ever been looking like through about 20 some odd deep pine trees, and where they kind of sway a little bit, it almost looks like there's another thing in between them. You
Oh.
you kind of look, and it seems like there's a kind of third object between two distant trees, but because of the way they're swaying, it could be the third or fourth tree behind it also lightly swaying against the snow.
Dance with me.
So, damn, I need you to decide on this for me. I want to roll a con save to see if Torn realizes he's actually supposed to do what was asked of him and get up.
Roll me a Constitution save, Torn.
And I'll let you decide if that's God damn it, where is it?
Constitution's the third one down.
8.
Nah, you're sleeping through.
Hell yeah.
You're sleeping through it.
I just go. What was that? What was that?
Give me an investigation, Hachu.
What was that? No.
Oh no.
No idea. I don't know what it was.
Don't know what it is, but
It must have been the wind.
I need a charisma save.
Oh dear. No.
Your circle, as you make rotations, without you noticing, is gradually growing wider, almost making kind of a spiral if you were to look at the camp from up above. As you get about 10 yards out from camp, about 20 yards out from camp. Eventually you're making another kind of rotation, and you're a good about 40 yards out from camp as you're continuing listening on the wind, and you feel yourself almost kind of doing that, like, I just got off work, it's the weekend, pleasant kind of walk through the rain type deal. It feels very calming, it feels very nice, as you're just kind of maintaining the pace, dare I say the step, with this song that you're hearing in your head. And for now, Hachu?
Oh dear.
We'll scene transition here.
Oh no.
Uh-oh.
I said, oh dear. It's nice knowing you fellas.
The 5 of you at camp, give me a Constitution save.
Got it.
Hey, I did 1 point better.
Ooh, very nice.
And Wilhelm. Hey, okay. So, Torrin, unless you're woken up, you're not gonna wake up. You found that warm pocket in your bag. You are cozy, cuddly. Peter, you kind of groggily realize you're able to stretch, and there's no big snake next to you. And that kind of surprises you for a moment as you start to get ready. Nikos and Wilhelm, you're used to waking up on like 20-minute artillery intervals, so that's kind of natural for you. And Nikos, you got that, like, what was the Lego movie? Fucking eyes open up, raise up, crunch your abs, do a stretch, and just robotically do your morning, like, wake-up routine. You're just fresh as a daisy.
He does the Jackie Chan from his back to his feet kick off the ground. Just
Yes, exactly.
Just,
Everything is awesome. Everything is cool when you're part of a team.
Morning.
Hachu, why didn't you let me take the watch?
By the way, Torrin's sleeping still, right?
Torrin's still asleep.
He's fucking
as
out.
all of you start to wake up and kind of walk yourself. You realize the fire has gone out. It's just some embers now, a little bit of gray smoke coming off it.
I'm gonna roll an intelligence check real quick.
On?
Seeing if I remember immediately that Torrin was supposed to take the last watch.
Yeah, roll me intelligence.
15?
You remember Torrin was supposed to, but maybe he laid back down in like the last 10 minutes of his watch.
I'm gonna look around for Hachu because he's not in bed. Or any signs of him. He's pretty big and leaves a snail trail wherever he goes.
Give me investigation, Peter.
I'm gonna shake Torrin awake in his bunk.
Oh!
Damn.
Yeah, you get a nice little shake, Torn.
He awakes in something that is probably close to a 2-second panic attack before realizing where he is.
That's the question for you, Torn.
Yes. It's nicer
How-
ways to wake people up.
How long have you been asleep?
Night.
Weren't you supposed to take the last watch?
Yeah, I was, but Archer never woke me up.
Well, get your ass up now. We're gonna break down camp.
What,
Oh, you got to sleep more than anybody. Wake your ass up.
I'm getting up. You just say he didn't. I was gonna.
I walk out. With one last disappointing dad look at you.
I was gonna. How am I supposed to wake up?
Starts angrily rolling up his sleeping bag.
As
What
you're
do I
starting
find
to,
in my-
roll up your bag, you can hear over the wind. I don't know if you can hear it in the stream. Let me know if you
I
can.
can.
Is it the music box?
Hearing a little chime of the music box going off as we'll pan on over. Peter, you start walking and you see the obvious snake trail circle that went around camp. And then you can see where it starts to branch out. And you follow it for a bit before you pause, look to your right, and see another one 5 more feet out, and another trail 5 more feet out, and further and further. And you realize he seemed to spiral and gain more distance each time as you decide to just start walking outwards. You get about 40 feet out before you come to a little kind of a gap where there's just barren ground and a lot of melted snow. Coiled up in the middle of it is Hachu, nice and happily asleep.
Torin has realized that something is terribly wrong because of the last time that this happened. Something was terribly wrong.
I'm gonna wake Hachu up.
Hachu, you get a nice little shake on the shoulder as Peter wakes you up. You're coiled up, laying out in the snow with a nice patch of dirt underneath you.
I suppose that is one way to keep warm, but you know you could have slept in the tent.
Is he grabbing food?
I have no idea.
He's actually sleeping in real life.
I wouldn't blame him.
I think he is just repeatedly falling asleep in his chair.
That might be
kinda
the
am.
case.
Not gonna lie.
Oh. Do you guys need to pop out early for the session, or how you feeling?
I did not sleep well last night, so I'm just kind of like in limbo.
I got you. Hachu just got off work. You doing okay, Hachu?
I'm okay.
You sure?
You sure? I just found you sleeping in a puddle.
I was gonna say, do you
Noticeably
have-
not a puddle.
I was like, I how did I get here?
It
We
looks
dragged
like you spiraled away. Did you sleep, Slither?
Oh God, did I? I was watching guard, and then I thought I saw something between some trees, and then I don't know.
Where did you think you saw it?
I kind of point in the general direction of where it was.
Give me an investigation, Peter.
It was like by some pine trees.
Investigation.
Oh, nice.
You look up and you follow where his arm and a finger are pointing. And between two trees, now that the sun is out, they're kind of swaying, and there's a lot of other trees and pack around and some shrubs. Excuse me. And you look between two trees as they kind of sway opposite directions from each other. They're almost perfectly in line with each other. As they sway apart, for a brief moment in that gap between two trees, you see what looks like a sort of smoky, shadowy, maybe wolf's face or head that kind of snarls a bit before the trees go back together and then wane back apart, and it's not there.
I like how Rick Sanchez is our DM tonight.
Shut up.
Look, Morty, there's something in the trees. Oh my god.
Like Rick, I don't think this is the greatest idea to be sleeping out here.
Oh, jeez, Rick.
As you see that with Hachu, we'll pan back over to the encampment where everyone's waking up. Torin, as you're rolling the sleeping bag, you hear in your cargo pocket on your side the chime is actively playing.
As quickly as reasonably and unreasonably possible, Torin is exploding out of his sleeping bag, doing the hopping, getting dressed thing, and as soon as possible is probably going to come bursting out of his tent, in a panic.
You'll have Wilhelm and Nikos there, Leroy sitting by the fire, kind of prepping what would be breakfast.
Yeah? What is it?
Something is wrong. Something is very wrong.
Yeah, Hachu disappeared somewhere.
Well, he did, but no. Well, that too, but...
And he's gonna fish the music box out of his pocket and hold it out and go,
I didn't do this. This isn't mine.
Oops.
Or if you want to try to pull the wool over our eyes for not doing your shift, this is not the best way to do it.
Do you remember the last time this happened?
It was when we were in down in Antarctica.
Yeah, and what started it?
Oh.
Also, I'm forgetting, but I remember it happened. DM, what started it?
Hachu was asleep and had a spooky nightmare, and it started playing on the plane.
Yeah, oh, yep, see, alright, I knew. Torin is panicked about this.
Which way do you know where he went? Do you know, where's Peter?
I think Peter saw some tracks and was looking for him.
Which way?
Peter, where are you?
About this time, I'm probably going to be dragging Hachu back into the camp.
Gotcha. You're kind of helping Hachu walk as the two of them pass through a couple trees and re-enter the edge of the open encampment.
Right there, apparently.
Oh, they're alive. That's, I was not expecting both of them to be alive. Okay. Okay. We're good. It's good. It's not okay.
And see, this is why we take our shifts.
Can we wait for later on this?
Let's get packed up.
He didn't wake me up because this demon bad thing pulled him off into the...
I do not think it pulled him off. I think he sleepwalked towards it.
Torin's just gonna, hold out the music box. It's just still playing.
Did you have a dream again, Hachu?
No, I just went blank and I woke up in a puddle.
I interrupted the song last time on accident. Now we can listen to it. It means something. Does anyone recognize this?
Anyone who wants to recognize the song or what tune it might be parallel to, roll me history.
Very nice.
Okay.
I find it funny Peter is unfamiliar with the song.
I also find it funny he's the only one with the under a
Wow. Everybody looks at Peter
I'm
because
too
none of
distracted
you.
dragging Hachu back into the camp.
All 5 of you look at Peter, not wanting to be rude and answer for him because his title is the song. He should know the song. Surely his babushka or his mom sang this to him. And after a few moments, you realize he doesn't know as you all kind of look to each other. This is a Cossack lullaby. A lullaby often told among Cossack mothers to their kids.
No, wait. I think he recognized that in an earlier session.
Who did?
He didn't recognize it in this moment, probably because he was a bit distracted by Snek.
And being drugged by a strange Russian man.
Help me, I'm being dragged by a strange Russian man.
I think we should get moving. There was something in the woods.
All right.
There's something in the woods.
Do I hear this?
What did you see?
All of you are able to hear this a little bit closer to the edge of camp.
Does anyone hear the?
Yeah, we all hear it.
Okay. What direction is it coming from?
I need everyone to make me a charisma save. Hachu at disadvantage.
Oh shit.
Ooh, that's not good.
Actually, hang on. Let me see.
Oh, what? Oh, okay, I did turn it on. Okay.
The music box is creeping him out. Torn's gonna open it and close it again.
Gotcha.
It's like, no, this is really weird. Stop
Give me
hijacking
a
my thing. This is mine. Stop using it.
To get this working properly. Yeah.
Ah, a map. Uh-oh.
Let's see. Let me check the rolls. So, Nikos. Peter. Hachu. Wilhelm is awake. Leroy is awake. Torn is asleep.
I'm technically awake.
Yep. So,
I did doze
Wilhelm?
off there for a minute. Sorry.
No worries. So, you're waking up to kind of setting up food. Wilhelm, you're kind of looking to the others as all of you start to hear this kind of music in the outskirts of the trees and the snowdrifts. And after a few moments, all but 2 of you just kind of collapse to the ground, asleep.
I should have had advantage on that. I slept all night.
Leroy and Wilhelm, roll me initiative.
I'm back up to 4. Forgot about that. Let me do that.
Good luck, gentlemen.
Wow.
I missed it by fucking 1, didn't I?
Given his propensity for DC 14, I think so.
Those direwolves. They look like direwolves.
Leroy and Wilhelm, as you look across to each other, hearing this music get closer, you're kind of looking outwards towards the outskirts of the camp. And you both kind of lock eyes at the same time as a large, dark, kind of smoky figure with what kind of looks like candles on the ends of perhaps its ears and kind of an amalgamation of horn. It seems almost kind of corporeal, almost like it's not a solid mass. And then for a moment, between a tree, you see walking out from a space that it shouldn't be able to fit behind a tree. And then you look over your opposite shoulder in the other direction, and you see something that originally looked like the lower limbs of a tree walk down the tree trunk to the base of it and start approaching.
Leroy is objectively the best person to be awake for this.
As let me pull up here real quick. And we
Oh, was
will
that a
get-
magical involved save?
Yes.
Ah, I get +2 to those. Not that it would have mattered.
All right, first in the turn order. Spooky Doge is going to quickly sprint his way over, seeming like a mix of bipedal and on all fours, and is going to grab Peter and kind of in its claws grip to him and start dragging him by his midsection slowly away, and is going to make it to there while dragging him. Tree Bark is going to instantly sprint over like a rabid attack dog and is going to try to attack you, Wilhelm, while you are still standing. I need you to roll opposing strength. Oh. Give me a strength roll.
Nice.
Ooh. You manage to raise both your hands up in time as you catch it, and it's very pine needly, ugly, kind of distorted, shadowy head tries to bite at you twice as you hold it by the head and shoulders and manage to push it back from you, as it will hold and finish its action there. And Mr. Candle will poof into a smoky poof. And I would like Leroy to roll me perception.
Please don't fall asleep in real life, Leroy. Now is not the time.
Ooh. Leroy,
I'm
you
awake
notice instantly, right away, you look over your shoulder immediately as you see it disappear, and it will not get advantage on this attack as the smoke poofs on the opposite side of the log and is going to make 2 swipes at you. You will have disadvantage because you got a nat 20 on that perception to the ambush. I'm assuming a 3 doesn't hit you.
Nope.
And
I would hope not.
a 16.
You're gonna have to re-roll that.
Rerolling the 16. That's a 2.
Yeah. Fuck you.
All right. He
A luck
tries
point,
to.
but fuck you.
That's fine. -1 luck point. He tries to swipe at you twice with these long, kind of decrepit, shadowy black claws that both miss you as you kind of lean back and dodge it. Leroy, we get to your turn.
I'm going to pull out my pistol and shove it in the creature's face.
All right, make me an attack.
Yeah.
Kind of shoving in its sort of bony looking, kind of furred, decrepit, almost kind of oily face. Let's see. You go to shove it into its face, and it kind of manages to snap its head to the side as when you fire the shot, it will pass just over the top of its skull.
Alright. Second attack coming in. This is not bonus action. This is the extra attack.
This is your second attack.
Fucking remembering.
You get 2 attacks, Mr. Gunhand Man. You quickly cock the hammer again on your single action of fire, and it catches it right in the face. Give me damage. Alrighty. Bam.
I shoot its ear off.
Yeah, it goes through a side of its kind of scully face and through a little bit of its ear, and it seems like the kind of smoke and wispiness that it's made out of It seems like it actually gets hurt by your bullet, when it otherwise should probably pass through it normally. You seem to hurt it, and it almost seems kind of startled by that as it lets out a small yelp. What else you got?
So I'm taunting it at this point. It's like it's bad manners to sneak up on a gentleman and swipe at it when he's having coffee over a fire.
So you're gonna try to intimidate or just mock it?
Yeah, you know what? Yeah, let's go with intimidation on this.
All right.
Nope.
Ooh. Give me una memento por favor.
I don't want to read Gulliver's Travels again. It's dated.
Let me roll counter intimidation. Do you guys want me to take a picture of this?
It's an at 20, ain't it?
It is an at 20. You try to
It's like Brendan Fraser in The Mummy when he roars at the mummy and the mummy roars back.
It's kind of that situation. You try to give it some lip, and it tilts its head at you, and you see what is kind of understanding eyes, very sunken, very hollowed, kind of look back at you, and the mouth, which operates like a mouth, it's not entirely skull, the teeth and the tongue kind of slather a little bit as it will look to you, and you hear it utter out, one of Lafitte's descendants. You'll do nicely. Wilhelm, it is your turn.
Okay, I'm going to action. I say obscure. And cast blur on myself.
Ah, okay.
And then so that's only verbal components. I'm going to take out my sword and with a bonus action take a whack at the guy in front of me.
Alright, what are you whacking him with?
The artillery saber.
Gotcha. Alright, make a swing.
My internet might be shitty right now. Oh, are you gonna roll? You gonna roll for me? Come on.
I heard it. I don't
I like
see
how
it.
we heard it, but it's not popping up here.
It's all the other things catching up on my other screen. So let me try that again.
Yeah.
There we go.
There we go.
Nothing. Nope.
Ooh, nope. You swing on him and it quickly sidesteps with a kind of sickly, bone-crunching pine needle sound as it just manages to kind of finesse around it.
Okay. That's gonna be my action because I'm not moving away from my friends, and I gotta stick with these three, though I want to go get Peter. So that's my whole turn.
Alrighty. We now get to the top of the turn order. As Big Spook will continue dragging 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 4. Actually, did I measure that right? 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40.
Welcome
As
to
it will
Due West Session
continue-
34. Torrent sleeps through everything.
Peter gets continually drugged back further away. Peter. Ooh. Alright. It is being gentle and not hurting you, which means you are not waking up. Pine Needle Boy is gonna make 2 attacks against you, Wilhelm. It's gonna raise up both of its claws and swipe at you. What's that?
And both of them are at disadvantage.
Yep, because you have blur. First one is a 12.
No.
Second one is a nat 1.
Okay.
He is going to miss you completely and slam into the ground as some of his claws stick into the dirt, and he will be stuck to that location till his next turn.
Will I get an advantage on attacks against him?
You will not, but he's unable to move.
Okay.
As we then get to this guy, who is staring down Leroy.
Barrel of a 45.
Well, barrel of a 45, but also looking at him rather closely. Long
The fact
way.
that actually is
It is a nice 45 days. Got the 45 auto room. Yeah, it kind of looks to you, readies both of its claws again, and is gonna hiss something out to the extent of, it sounds like it's kind of a warbled attempt at saying Mary Copeland before it swings on you twice. The first attack is a 16, and the second attack is a 13. Do either of those hit Leroy?
They both do.
Ooh, okay.
The 12 AC.
Gotcha.
Oh shit.
So that will be 7 and 6 damage, and I need you to make me a con save, please.
That's just regular Constitution. That's not a save.
Ooh.
Oh. Hang on.
Oh, yep, make me a con save.
It's not any better.
No different.
Oh, it's your thing is just a +1, so no matter.
Yeah. Until you are able to heal it, you will take an additional D4 damage every turn, as you realize a necrotic sort of necrosis is taking over your shoulder where you got swiped by one of those claws. Leroy, we get to your turn.
I can't really, as much as I want to help Peter, I can't turn my back to this creature. So, shit in the face. I said in the face.
Alright. You pull your pistol up and fan fire 2 shots at it. Make me your attacks. Ooh, it will quickly jerk its head to one side and dodge it, but you kind of preempt it as you lead it and hit him with that second one for sure. Give me damage. 5 more piercing. Very good. As you catch it right in the face, and it does a little bit of chipping damage, and some of its teeth fall out as it kind of shakes its head, and the kind of sludge and smoke that's making it up kind of help reform some of its jaws. It looks to you with an angry snarl. What else you got, Leroy?
I'm looking. That's the thing. Shit.
Remember, you can always make offhand attacks or other
Yeah,
bonus action.
I'm looking at other things, seeing what I've got at hand.
Are there various actions? I wonder what those could be.
I'm looking. You know, like fucking sleepy fucking person.
EP
thing.
Kobold.
I'm not awake yet. I'm not as colorful. I don't have much in the way of other actions. Putting the
Or
pistol
bonus
away
actions.
and breaking out the sword.
Ah, okay. You holster your pistol real quick to remember it's got 2 shots in it, and you raise your cane up and give it a twist as a good about 2.5 foot long blade comes out of it.
I have you now on guard, fucker.
Well, -3 from that because it is an offhand attack. However, that does hit. Give me damage.
Nice.
That will do 10 damage.
Oh,
As you
and
stab
that
it with
extra,
your
yeah.
sword cane, it hits it, and you see where the blade stabs into it with the good thrust that you give. Some of the flesh and smoke around it kind of dissolves and fizzles away a little bit with that same sort of warbled vibration that your luck effect will often give, as it will yelp out from that with a loud kind of coyote-like screech. Would you like to do anything else this turn?
I'm gonna snarl at it through the pain. What the fuck are you, and what do you want?
It's gonna.
Since I can clearly communicate with it.
It's kind of looking back at you, and it seems a little bit surprised. And then you just get sort of a low kind of cackle from its throat as it focuses at the end of your blade, and then back to you. Wilhelm, bottom of the turn order.
Okay, so as an action, I'm gonna pull out my tools and all the pieces real quick. Put my cannon together and throw it kind of like on the ground right between everybody over there.
All right, let me grab the cannon token. Copy.
Basically, what I'm gonna do is I'm putting my saber underneath my arm, like under my armpit.
Yeah.
As I pull up my tools, build it real quick, throw it down, let my tools drop right where I'm standing, spin around and grab the saber and attack this guy again. With the cannon, I can't remember if. I'm trying to read it. It says.
Upon summoning, you can use a cannon action,
Okay.
correct? If I remember correctly.
I believe I can.
At least we have been running it like that. On the turn that you
Okay.
summon it, it can make an action.
Well,
At least that's how
generally
we've been running it. So if it doesn't say otherwise, feel free to make it a note. I feel like that should be applicable. It's a quickly deployed drone,
Yeah.
essentially.
Well, I use a bonus action to activate it.
Yeah, it should have its own action then upon
Okay.
activation turn.
Okay.
I'll
So-
agree to that. You
Cool.
seem
So
techie
the
enough
can-
to be able to
Yeah.
manage that.
So the cannon is. I'm going to turn around and with my bonus action, I'm going to attack the guy who's on me. And basically, as I throw my cannon, I'm going to be like, save Peter. And have it shoot at the guy who's attacking Peter.
Okay.
So, bonus action saber is this one.
So action to throw it down, bonus action offhand attack, that is a 14. That does not hit as it sidesteps and wags its head out of the way.
Okay, that's fine. And then force ballista.
Force ballista.
Oh, fucking A.
Ooh, roll me a d6, sir.
Ah, why are you not on the fun having two mice? Three.
Ooh, okay. Roll the damage for the force ballista. Your ballista will take half of that, so 7 damage, as it has a kind of a dud of sorts go off inside it, for lack of better words. It tries to fire, and you get that kind of choked up.
When I put together the magical, I accidentally blocked
The magical
barrels.
firing pin wasn't fully seated. You didn't check the sear distance.
So I don't want to metagame too hard, but a cannon exploding directly fucking next to me, is that anything?
Well, that's where I'm getting at.
Oh,
It takes
okay.
half damage. The 3 of you, including Wilhelm, will take quarter damage. So all 4 of you will take 3 points of damage. However, having taken damage, oh no, you are not dead.
Oh, I'm
no,
not dead.
no, you're not dead.
Nikos just dies.
Nikos just dies, just gets pulped.
Well, rip.
Jesus.
The 3 of you
Feels
may
nice knowing you
roll
guys.
initiative.
Let's go.
As this
my
cannon
thing
has a magical sort of boom. It took 7 damage, and all 4 of you took 3 damage.
Alright, so I think it's 35. What level are we? 8 now?
Yep.
Okay. So level 8, I think it's
Perception
5
to
times
fucking yeah.
5 times my level. Let me double check.
That
Alphabet.
perception was to see how perceptive I am immediately after being exploded awake.
Oh, don't worry. You'll be able to... Yeah, you'll be dialed in. And then Hachu, if we can get an initiative roll from you.
Where's its HP? Oh, hit points equal to 5 times outer fifth lesson. Okay, so that is
So
40.
40. Yeah.
Minus 7 is going to be 33.
Hey, Peter.
You guys can't see the bar above my cannon, right?
I can see it.
I know
He said
you
he
can.
was going to the bathroom a little bit ago. I don't know if he's back yet.
So
Gotcha.
that's Hachi on here.
Are you able to roll? Actually, I'll roll initiative for Hachu. I'll get that going for him since he's in the bathroom.
He's taking a poop.
Does he
And I
sleep
took
on the
7.
toilet?
He fell asleep on the toilet. That'd be actually
Damn
really
it!
funny.
That's why I keep messing.
Hey, when you gotta go, you gotta go.
Oh boy, I know.
Torn, your dex is actually higher than his, so you'd be right there.
Did you delete me off the initiative
Oh,
order?
yeah.
I didn't delete you. You deleted yourself.
Oh shit! I'm sorry. I think I hit the wrong button. This is what
I didn't even know you could
I don't
do
even know
that.
what
Why
button
do you
is.
have two computers?
because one is my rolling computer and I have a small screen now. So
You
I'm-
wonder why things are going crazy. Here you go. I'll put you
I'm s-
down. There you go.
Thank you. I'm sorry. And then I'll give myself the little blur thing again.
Yep.
Which I believe was this one.
Yeah. There you go.
Okay, cool. At least I'm still blurred. By the way, if you guys look up at me, I'm kind of like shifting back and forth. I have a corporeal form, but it's hard to tell where it is.
Kind of look like Leroy's outline whenever he's doing his stuff.
And then
As,
on that, since I just went and that's my turn, I'm gonna use the bathroom. But mine's gonna
Bathroom break. Yeah, it's a good idea. Bathroom break. Everybody take a piss before the party dies.
be
I need water.
Agua. I need
Water.
it. I don't need it.
Wah, wah.
I don't need it. I need
it.
That's all I want. I'd be a happy man if I could flush my own toilet.
Where do you
I'd
have
be
your
happy,
deepest
man, if I could
thoughts?
deny him this right and do a reach around and flush his toilet for him.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
I'm gonna
I
sabotage
just want to
his,
say it.
uh,
I've been here for the past like 10 minutes listening
Oh,
to y'all.
well, shit.
And you didn't say anything,
didn't say anything?
motherfucker.
I'm gonna
No.
sabotage your bidet so it hits you with like
He
60
did.
psi.
He did. He said he was back, and
Oh,
no
I
one
missed
said
it.
anything. And I was like, all right, I guess we're just having a conversation about
Alright.
shitters now.
I did,
Whatever.
Yeah.
I'm
Hey,
unconscious and about to die. It's not my problem.
Hey, let's go back to watching Peter die.
It's a daily part of life. It's important. However, let me put the timestamp here. Oh yeah, it's a good intermission. I could make a animatic out of that.
So don't worry, Peter. I think it'll be fine.
Yeah, it'll be okay, Peter. Torn, first thing he locked eyes on is you getting drug away. Leroy's shoulder bleeding and necrotically melting. A cannon backfiring, and Wilhelm looking like he's vibrating? As you guys are now in the initiative order, however, we get to the top of the initiative. Wolf is going to drag you up difficult terrain, so that is 5, 10, 15, 20. As it moves half distance, dragging you up those parts.
You're gonna have to extend the map.
There is no extension to the map. I crossed that line and I'm gone.
Nah, that's not how it works. You don't despawn because you crossed the black line.
Technically, there is an action called Leave Combat, where if you leave combat, you leave the map. However, I will give you the benefit of the doubt. The edge of the map is right there.
Oh, okay.
So, one more turn and he's gone. However, back to that good combat, Mr. Pine Needle here is going to make 2 swipes at you, Wilhelm. Pacha! First one is a 7. Second
Miss.
one is a 4.
Miss.
Some
let me-
pine.
You let me sleep through the watch, and now you let me sleep through the ambush. This is great. This is great.
Some pine needles kind of splatter against you as this weird piney kind of necrotic creature that's all slender and slim is swiping at Wilhelm, who back dodges both of them. As we get to you, Torn.
Torrin's going to spin and stand. How many feet is it to stand up again?
Half your movement.
Half your movement.
Half my movement without a dash, I assume.
Without a dash, yeah.
So wait a minute. Half my movement, 35. That'd be what?
So half of 35 would be...
Is that 15 or 20?
It'd be
15.
15, and you'd still have 20-foot
Okay.
movement.
Torrin has entered perhaps sort of a frenzy you haven't seen him in before. There's real desperate fury in like the body language, and he's already sprinting, getting up to sprint away from you guys, and all you hear is him going, "You guys deal with this!" and he's fucking off. All right, so 15 minus 85.
You're dashing after it. Okay.
Oh yeah.
And you get your little raptor sprint perk. Yeah,
and-
you'll be able to sprint up on him and catch up on him in those 6 seconds.
So, yeah, okay. That's out of my map, so I can't see. That's 70?
That's
right
70.
There?
Yep.
Okay, that's 70 right there.
You will take 1 attack of opportunity though from Mr. Pine Needle.
Oh yeah, that's fine.
Alright. Oh.
Hmm.
Oh.
Hmm.
Uh-oh.
That's a 19.
That will hit.
Alright. At 19. Let me double check something here. And make sure I'm not over-rolling. Yep, it was a d6. Okay. Ooh! You take 6
Ow.
slashing damage, and I need a con save from you, sir.
16.
You feel some necrotic energy kind of rotting at the 3 deep scrapes across your like shoulder blade, but the necrotic energy kind of fades away as the blood starts to pour out. But yeah, you'll take 6 slashing, but you're able to run past that and avoid the necrotic poison.
Ignoring it. So the momentum is still there. I don't know how you
Oh,
want
yeah.
to handle the dash, but Torin is charging with the just yeah. I don't know how you want to handle that, but
You raise up to your feet. As you start to
he's there
sprint.
now.
Yeah, as you start to sprint, you get a slash across your back, and it kind of staggers you. But you continue sprinting. You run your way all the way up, and yeah, you close distance with this thing. That'll be your action and most of your movement. You do still have a bonus action.
Oh yeah, right. I thought dashing used that for some reason.
Dash
so
uses your action. You still have a
charging,
bonus action.
pulling the bar off his shoulder. Like, is it safe to say he's just like tackling this thing with the barrel of his machine gun? Like-
You want to just try to barrel drive it?
Oh, while shooting. But yes,
Ooh.
yes, while shooting.
I'll say you can either make a strength check with advantage as you're sprinting towards it to barrel check it, or you can run up on it and you can fire a burst at it nearly point
All right.
blank.
Because advantage, and also it's just fitting. There is a rage in Kobold's eyes. The advantage to the strength
Alright.
barrel check.
Let me grab my white die. Let's do opposing strength. Roll me a strength check with advantage.
Nat 20.
Let's go!
God.
Mr. Furious Paul just
Yeah, Torn comes sprinting up like a raptor and just barrel drives into this thing, stabbing the end of the barrel up to the front sight post into it as it kind of reels back and steps to the side. So, Peter, you're not being drugged anymore, and it staggered back as you drive it, but it doesn't seem like it actually hurt it as the smoke and sinew kind of reforms around where you stabbed it, but it's pretty much in the pose that it's in the token image, looking at you now as its eyes are starting to kind of beam a little bit at you.
We gonna do this?
As I believe that is your action, bonus action,
Yep.
and movement. All right.
Yep.
So now we get to Mr. Candle. He's going to do a nice creepy sidestep and is going to make 2 quick side swipes at you, Leroy. That is a 21 and a 9.
Alright, re-roll the 21.
Fuck. Okay, re-rolling the 21. That's a 10.
Yep.
Alright, spend that
Doesn't
luck point.
neither of those hit.
He swipes at you, and you kind of do that like Dragon Ball Z fade effect for a half moment as it passes through you, and it kind of looks at itself, and you just see sort of a sickly smile and kind of a nod of recognition. Nikos, You're in the fight.
Right. I'm going to get up. And then advance. Ooh, I didn't mean to ping.
All good.
There. And take a stab at the guy in front here.
Gotcha. Also, Wilhelm, what was your initiative?
Oh,
It was
yeah,
a
that's
5.
gone.
It was a
I'm
5?
sorry.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm at the end, so.
Also-
I'm guessing 11 probably doesn't hit.
It does not. That hits.
20 though. And
11
then offhand.
17.
17. That will also hit.
Nice.
If I can learn how to math.
That's 21.
So 10, 20.
21.
Ooh. Yeah, you stab it twice, and the first one stabs into it, and it almost seems like it doesn't really want to try to dodge it hard, as the spear catches it and kind of catches it by surprise, as it actually takes damage from your spear. And before it can really react, the second stab goes into it and lets it let out kind of a groaning deep yelp, as almost sounds like a tree being crushed type sound, as it seems to realize it can be hurt by your spear.
Anyone
else
have
you
any
got?
idea what these are?
Not a fucking clue, but it hurts.
That's all for me.
Leroy, we get to you. I need you to make me another con save, sir. Ooh, okay, you're only gonna take half damage. Ah, you take 1 poison. You're resisting it a little bit.
I'm at 15 out of 38.
Whew. What you got, Leroy? It is your turn. Mr. Candle is facing off with you.
I'm gonna point the blade at the fucker in front of me and say, "This is not going to end well for you if this continues." So,
Kinda-
would that be deception or intimidation?
That'd be intimidation. Ooh. Let me roll counter intimidation, as these guys have a special perk that I put on them. Ooh, baby, that's a 19. That beats your 13. It kind of lowers its head and tilts it a little bit as you're speaking to it, almost like when you're chastising a dog. But then the smile on the side of its face kind of grows and goes a lot higher than it normally should on its head, as its teeth start to kind of fang and show. And it just kind of drags its tongue over its teeth as it squares off with you and is kind of getting ready. You still have your action and your bonus action.
All right. Stabbity stab stab.
Alright. Gonna give it 2 swings. That'll hit. That one will not, however. So first one
I'm going
hits.
to spend 5 and re-roll it.
Damn, okay. You toss some coins on the floor and swing again. Or
It's an auto
stab,
hit.
rather. Oh yeah, it's an auto hit. Damn. Okay, yeah. Roll me damage for both of those. 5 and 9, so that will be 10. And then 18. Ooh. The first one, it's kind of looking at you. The first one catches it, and it kind of yelps back, and as it raises its head to make a noise, you kind of stab forward, and you catch it kind of inside the jaw through the top of the mouth, and poke up towards the back of the head and rip it back out as it staggers in place and is starting to kind of sit down and whimper a little bit, wondering how the hell it just got hurt that bad.
I fucking warned you. You don't fucking listen. You're gonna sit the fuck down. You're gonna behave, or I'm gonna do it again.
You still got a bonus action. What you want to do?
I'm trying to stab it through the fucking eye.
Offhand
That's what I'm
attack?
gonna try to do.
You want to do called shot on the eye or just a general
Yeah.
attack? Okay.
Yeah.
Roll me. Oh, that's a 21 minus 3. That's an 18. 15, 16, 17 for... Yeah, that hits. Holy shit. Give me damage. 6. That beats his remaining health by 1. Leroy stabs it twice, barks back at it, telling it to not fuck with him. As you bring your sword cane up high and you kind of drop it down from an upward point. Right through the eye socket, down into the back of the head, you hear a kind of dull crunching sound as you twist the blade and rip it back out, as it falls to the ground and clatters, and then starts to melt and dissolve into the sand before fully dissipating and disappearing.
And just kind of stand there for a second, grab my shoulder in pain, and kind of stagger a little bit, because fuck, that does hurt.
Oh yeah. As we now get to Hachu.
Yep.
Hachu, what you do?
Let me see. Am I have any kind of reduced movement or anything?
Nope.
Okay, good.
Technically you are laying down, but I think for you, you kind of negate the laying down needs.
I don't really push myself up or anything, so
you just kind of...
Real quick,
Yeah.
did you specify what shoulder it was? I got fucking swiped.
Your left shoulder, I believe I said.
Okay.
So what you got, Hachu? You see, Will or Leroy putting something down as it dissolves. Nikos and Wilhelm squaring off with one, and you hear a charging yelp of a kobold running up slope, and Peter laying out like he's having a good old sleep.
Speaking of, did I by any chance wake up from being dropped?
Nope. You weren't really dropped, you were just let go of.
Or kick him in the kidney, that'll wake him up.
See, I'm debating that, but I don't know if Torin would know to do that or think to do that.
alright.
I mean, he did wake up in an explosion.
Yeah, that's why I'm trying to. I might roll something and make the DM check me on it.
Roll charisma to see if you keep your composure and be tactile.
Or insight, maybe.
All
Something
right,
like
insight,
that.
yeah.
Make me roll it.
Arcana, maybe?
I'm gonna
'Cause it's like a
use
magic
my
sleep?
offhand on
Ooh.
this
Oh,
dude
okay.
right here. Do the offhand pistol attack.
Gotcha.
Oh, yeah.
I forgot to turn the disadvantage off.
All good. We'll go with the 23 minus 3, so that's a 20. That will hit. Give me damage.
Hole 3.
Whole 3.
Not quite sized.
As the round will go through and it'll hit it and kind of pass through, and you see a little ploof of kind of like snow and dirt on the opposite side of it. As the little hole that you had created kind of reforms and it looks to the side for a moment at you.
Then I hit it with Toll Dick.
Alright. Has to make a wisdom saving throw. Ooh boy. Ah. Oh no, that's a 7.
Well, that will be a 2d12, sir.
Max damage!
Give me that 2d12 roll.
What? That's not what I typed. Okay. That's not at all what I typed. Oops.
Wow, rolling 2.
That's
World's
not all-
fattest
I didn't type
fingers.
that. There's 10.
Hey, okay. 10 damage, so that will be, is that necrotic? So that will just
It
be
would
10.
be.
So that comes to, boop. Yeah, it kind of dissolves a little bit. A lot of the pine needles and some of the weird kind of murky flesh kind of fall off and plop onto the ground with a weird kind of sizzle. And it seems a bit perturbed. Can't I? What else you got, Hachu?
That's all I got.
Alrighty, Wilhelm. Around to you, bottom of the turn order.
Alright. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright, making sure I wasn't muted. I'm going to
Sound
move
very
around
kissable.
him. Move around him. So now I should be flanking with Hachu, or with Nikos.
You're doing a battle step around them to get behind them? Alright.
Mm-hmm.
He will be maintaining his look towards Nikos.
Okay, so now that I'm behind him, my action is going to be attacking with my saber, and my bonus action will be my my thing attacking the fucking cryptid that's up on the hill.
Gotcha. Make me your
Up on the hill, over the curve of the hill, past the guy standing between it and them.
It's a large creature. You're a small creature,
It's
and
a
Peter's
pretty
still laying down.
It's a pretty big doge. You're small. He's like it would have a sight line. It'll be a little tight, but it'll have a sight line.
It's magic. It's magic artillery.
Yeah, make me your
And look on the bright side. If Peter gets hit, he'll wake up.
You said this is a
I
force
missed.
ballista?
Yeah,
That
one's
is a
misses.
miss. It will blast clean over both of them and over the top of it, smacking into a tree and blowing it in half.
Torn doesn't
and
even notice.
then artillery saber.
And you said that's offhand with the artillery saber?
No, that's my actual
Ah,
attack.
that's your action. Okay. That does not hit, as it will kind of shimmy its butt to the side and whip its tail as you'll miss that first swipe.
My rolls suck. That's me.
Alrighty.
I
Now
unfortunately only get one attack per round.
Top of the turn order. Big Gray Spooky. In the pose that he's in is kind of sidestepping. We'll kind of murk around. 5, 10, 15, 20. And is going to quickly kind of start stepping over and is going to stand over Peter without making contact with him and make a lunge at you and is going to swipe at you twice, Torn. That is a 21 and a 6.
The 21 certainly hits.
Alrighty.
And my justification for that is Torn didn't even try to dodge. He's still fucking mad dogging and stepping forward.
That'll be 4 damage. And I need a con save from you. Take 3 additional poison damage. And at the start of each of your turns, you're going to have to resist it until you are cured of said necrotic poison as it swipes you across the chest, kind of tearing your jacket and vest open, and you can feel and see a little bit of the boiling, kind of bubbling necrotic damage just kind of digging into your chest a bit.
Oh. That was nice.
And that will be its turn. Mr.
Almost
Needles.
my turn.
Mr. Needles here. He's surrounded on all sides. That's not bueno. That one's got a shield and looks familiar. That one's behind him. That one's casting similar magic. The other one's already poisoned, so he might die. This is a tactical good to go. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Bonus action, he will poof into pine needles and sludge and will misty step. Hachu, I need a perception roll from you.
Gotcha. And I did turn disadvantage off, so.
Sweet. Yeah, give me that
Do
perception.
we get perception and see where he went to?
No,
You'll be
you
able to see
don't.
where he goes. It's whether Hachu
No,
notices him
no,
popping
you
up
don't.
behind.
You really don't.
Yeah. So he
No,
will have an
you don't.
advantage on these 2 attacks behind you. That is a.
Of course he does.
That is a 19
Yep.
and a 12.
12 doesn't, but 19 definitely does.
All right. With the 19, you take 1 slashing damage. He didn't hit you very hard, but I need a con save from you.
No, you don't get the con save either. Come
Oh.
on.
Oh my god.
You take 3 necrotic damage, and at the start of each of your turns,
Lord.
you're going to have to
Oh,
resist it
great.
until you are healed.
You're so lucky he didn't double that.
Am I?
Yes.
I really wanted to, but I'm like, that's kind of mean. And that will be its turn as you turn around to realize you've been slashed across the back and your back is starting to kind of fizzle a bit.
Nah, he doesn't. Oh, yeah.
Torin!
Could I perhaps describe to you the feral look of animalistic rage and desire to kill?
Sure.
No, I mean that's it. This kobold is more feral than
Oh,
normal
he's
right
going
now.
like
And,
second generation kobold.
He's still holding a gun, but
Yeah.
the look is in his eyes,
Oh.
and he's gonna. Well, he's still pushing forward, but he is going to pull the trigger on the bar, and it's going to fire a lot of bullets. So.
Alright, so you're doing 2 attacks and the offhand attack, I assume?
Yeah.
Alrighty.
And hopefully the hot brass will burn Peter's neck or something.
I believe the bar shell casings do spray to the high right,
Oh, fuck.
if I'm not mistaken.
Hold the bar like it's ghetto.
Hold it sideways.
So that's a 25, a 15, and a 22.
Well, the 25 and 22 hit, if you want to give me
Okay.
damage for those.
12 and 18.
So that'd be 10, 20. That'd be a flat 30 as you unload a solid, heavy burst into it. The rounds ripping through it. You're hearing some crunching and odd sounds as it kind of yelps a bit. However, it raises its head back at you, and you realize, doesn't seem like it was harmed by the conventional bullets.
I see. I understand now.
As it kind of tilts its head a little bit and gives a nice, heavy snarl. I need you to roll me a intimidation roll for opposing intimidation.
Oh, God. Alright, I roll one of these every time, and they're never good.
I know, they're good sometimes.
I told you.
Yeah, you're not wrong. He kind of looks at you, maintaining a similar pose. He's got one claw up above Peter's chest, kind of like holding it there. And it focuses on you, and you hear a sort of wispy, raspy, "Hey, 11 craft. Interesting."
Interesting that you know. You want to have a conversation, or are we gonna keep killing each other?
Just gives a nice, heavy smile and kind of looks down at Peter and starts to set its claws on his chest like it's getting ready to drag him away again.
I'm going to kill you.
Nikos, you are up.
All right. Time to come in and save Hashu.
You go charging on past Leroy.
Oak.
Poke, poke, poke. Third offhand one will miss. However, 19 and 21 will both hit.
99.
Ooh, baby, 99 is 18. Let's go. Yeah, you stab it twice, and it just reels both times and jerks back. Takes a couple steps back, trying to raise one of its claws up as its arm starts to kind of dissolve down to the bone and sinew before the rest of the body just kind of shambles and completely falls to the ground in a mess.
All right. Nice. See, that was 20, so I still have
Should have
10
10
more
feet.
movement. Yeah. All right.
Gonna
Oh, there we go. All
double
right.
on back. Leroy, give me
We're coming.
a con save, sir. Ooh, okay, you're only going to take half the necrotic. You're going to take 1 point in necrotic as your shoulder continues to fizzle and bubble. However, what you got for this turn, Leroy?
I'd say I was the last one on guard, right? If I recall correctly.
What do you mean last one on guard?
Before everything kicked off, I was cooking breakfast or whatever.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
You weren't on watch, but that's what you were doing. We'd all woken
Yeah.
up.
Bash him with a soup ladle.
I'm out of range and I'm hurt. I'm going to grab my rifle because it's the only thing that's going to help me now. I'm going to get on the other side of this log
Alright.
because my arm is fucked up. I can't properly. I mean, I probably could steady it, but the pain would throw me off. So using the log to stabilize and mutter something about shouldn't have touched the kobold. Never mind Peter. Just shouldn't have touched the kobold. That's my play toy.
Oh, you're so lucky he can't hear that.
Two shots with the fucker hill.
Alright, send it.
All
Nice
you guys are just
hammer.
zoning in on fucking Torrent squaring off with this fucking shadow dog.
Ooh. Give me... First one misses, but the second one in that hammer pair will hit. Give me damage for the second one. 11, that's 22, doubled to 44. Torn, right in front of you, you hear a pop pop as one round passes over both of its ears as they fold back on its head, and a second round rips right through its jaw, kicking its jaw off to the side, ripping out some of its throat in front of you as it kind of mangles and grabs itself for a moment, looking to the side, looking back to you, dripping ichor and kind of like gore and viscera and blood down onto Peter's chest, standing above him.
Icky ichor.
What else you got, Leroy?
I mutter again something about that's how you shoot a fucking mythological beast. One more shot.
Offhand attack. Alright.
Yep.
19 minus 3, that's a 16. That will meet, so it will do half damage. Actually, technically, it'll do whole damage because you double.
How does it
14
double?
points! Ooh. Well, you see, there's something funny about Leroy. As it's kind of looking down at Peter, it looks back to you with its just eviscerated lower jaw. I need you to roll me insight, Torn.
Alright. Wow, 7.
You can't quite make out what it's trying to say. It tries to utter something past garbles and spitting, and you hear it say something about own escort before it takes another round through the right shoulder that exits through the left shoulder, ripping ichor and gore and viscera with it as it is kicked to the side like a puppy getting kicked by a boot, with a yelp as it lands on its side and poofs. As combat will drop.
Oh, you got it.
The fuck is that right?
Thorn is going to throw his gun.
Tori just got saved by Leroy.
You alright?
He's going to walk away towards where he threw his gun.
Gonna pick up your gun.
Superior British rifle.
No, he's gonna walk over it.
Oh. I need the three of
Peter,
you with
I'm on.
slashes to make me another con save as you approach Peter.
I'm gonna be shaking Peter. Don't try and wake him up.
Nice.
Oh god. Oh god.
Oh,
What the
Oh
fuck?
God!
Hachu,
What are the odds?
con save.
What are the
He's gonna get that 20. This is the one
Come
time he's
on.
gonna get that 20.
Nah, he's up for a 1.
I don't know. Let's see. Come on, Hachu. Con save. Oh,
Oh!
hey!
Of course.
Hachu, you take half. Torn and Leroy, you're gonna take double as it's lingering. Oh.
Oh
Torn
God!
and Leroy take 8. Hachu, you take 2 damage as you continue to fizzle and kind of necrotically dissolve little by little. Nikos, you go over to Peter and you shake him a bit. Doesn't seem to wake him up.
At this point, the rifle drops from my hands, and I kind of slump over the log.
Oof.
Wake up!
He doesn't seem to be waking up from just stirring and shaking.
Can
Can I do an
roll on it?
Arcana check to
Roll me Arcana. I mean,
Nope.
you, Hachu, and Torin seem to wake up when you got a little hurt by some shrapnel blowback.
Alright. Give him a little smack with like the handle of my spear.
Roll me a spear attack. Roll me damage.
And it's just the handle, not the actual,
Yeah,
point.
it's only
So,
a quarter. It's only a quarter of
It
that.
shouldn't
So
hurt that bad.
Peter, you take 2 damage. However, you wake up to Nikos above you, having smacked you in the face with the butt of his spear, and Hachu standing there, looking kind of necrotic and kind of dissolving a bit on the side.
I'm gonna open my eyes and immediately say, "We need to get going. Something is watching us from the trees."
Not anymore. It's not.
Yeah, about that.
You
What
should get
happened?
me.
Oh well.
Many things.
I'm
So remember that
gonna.
thing? The things that were watching us? They put most of us to sleep. You were
Did
the
you get
last
hit,
one to get
Hachu?
woken up.
Did you get hit, Hachu?
Check on. Go check on Leroy
Leroy.
first.
First, I think I'm gonna cast protection from poison on you if you're literally bubbling.
You cast protection from poison on him?
Yep, that should recover him from poison. Is it?
Click the spell for me.
Neutralize one at random if I don't know. And it just, if you know that one poison that you know is present, or you neutralize one at random.
You are correct. Hachu, you got a nice dissolved chunk of your shoulder blade, but it starts to stop fizzling and bubbling as it kind of wears away with a sort of kind of clerical magic.
And I'm gonna start looking around for Leroy to see if I can see him, since that's who Hachu mentioned.
Leroy and
Check for the
Torin,
log.
give me another
He's back at the
con
camp.
save.
Leroy never left camp. Leroy
I don't
is
even know where the
right
camp
now,
is
not
relative to me
business.
right now.
He doesn't even know
No.
where he's at.
I'll
Ooh.
point.
Torn will take half. Leroy, you'll take full.
I'm gonna go over and I'm gonna cast it on Leroy as well. Earning
Do I
another
take
spell
the
slot.
damage first, or
You're taking the damage first. You'll take 2. Torn, you take 1 more damage.
I'm on 4 health.
Oh God.
God.
Yeah, Leroy's sitting there. Most of his shoulder and arm are looking kind of bubbly and necrotic. He's kind of slowly melting as you get up to him, leaned up against the log.
So I'm gonna heal you. Then, seeing that you're just kind of flopped out, I'm gonna leave you for the moment. I'm gonna ask Wilhelm, were you hit?
You're gonna cast
Sleeping hanging. Sleeping
protection?
hanging.
Poison again,
Yeah.
or okay.
Yeah.
So
Minus that spell
it's-
slot.
just I took the thing off me, but how long has it been since combat ended?
About 20 seconds, give or take.
Okay, so he's gonna go, Wilhelm, are you have you been hit? I'm just like, no, as I'm shifting, like my image is shifting back and forth.
Just kind of vibrating in place. Have you been hit? Nah.
Have you seen Thorin?
It was off over by you.
Is it over here or over there?
Over near.
Over by us.
He threw his weapon.
Torn,
I'm
make me
gonna
another con save as
all
Peter
out
comes
for Torrin.
jogging back.
5.
Ooh. Well, you take one more necrotic damage. As Peter, you catch up with the other two, and what you do from there?
I'm calling out for Torin to see if, because I actually I don't know. Can I see him or is he?
What are you currently doing, Torn?
Kind of just like kneeling behind that tree.
Give me an investigation, Peter.
Just taking a
Ah,
piss.
yes, there is a bar in the ground and a trail of blood leading behind a tree.
Well, he's squatting for a piss. That's what he's doing.
Thankfully, being a mango is against his stealth, and that helps you as you see the orange tail sticking out past the edge of the tree. You see a decent trail of blood and what looks like a bit of necrotic kind of fizzle away flesh.
I'm gonna come around the tree and just immediately seeing that, I'm again gonna cast protection from poison on him.
Alright, minus another spell slot. As you raise your
And
hand
I'm out
up
of level
and...
2.
Ooh, use your last level 2 as you raise your hand up. Torn, the fizzling kind of goes away as it stops actively growing, and now it's just a open, bloody wound.
I was kind of enjoying that.
The poison?
No, I was being sarcastic. Thank you.
Come on, I want to get everyone together for a prayer of healing.
Can I have a moment, please?
Are you alright?
No, but I need a moment.
Don't make it too long. I don't want you to get any more hurt.
I'm alright. It's not like I haven't been wounded before, right? This is nothing new. This is nothing new to me by now.
What? No, I was actually just about to enter into something.
Wilhelm.
Sorry, I was literally about to say something and I got walked in on. So I know Peter's over there talking to him. As Peter's walking away, if he's going to, Wilhelm is actually gonna walk up to him.
I'm not gonna walk away quite yet. Instead, I'm gonna ask him, what happened while I was out?
I woke up and everything was kind of screwed up. Everything was bad. It wasn't great. And I wasn't worried about me at all. I was fine. I was going to be fine.
Does that concern you?
It doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense at all. And I'm furious. I know that whoever shot it did the right thing, and I'm thankful for it, but I am just so furious that it wasn't me. That I didn't get to kill it.
Are you furious that just because you didn't get to kill it? Or are you furious that you risked everything for someone else without thinking?
I don't know. I don't know why I'm mad. I don't know why. Can you just leave me alone for a second, please? My shirt's torn again.
I'm gonna, before I walk away, I'm gonna cast Mending on it for you. And I'm going to, I can't remember the context, whether or not it's Jesus who says it, but I think it is, and this is my real life, my real life theology screwing up, but I do believe it is Jesus who said, greater love hath no man than a man who laid down his life for his friends.
Thank you.
I'll leave you be for now.
Thank you. All right, then. Don't worry. I'll be here for in a minute. It's nice over here.
Don't stay out in the cold too long.
Mm.
As you start
Yes,
to walk
Wilhelm?
away, having mended his shirt and vest where it got ripped open, the wound is still present underneath it as the blood starts to come through.
That's fine.
It's fine.
Come on,
I mean, it's
come to the
fixed, but
come to
it's
the
pretty
prayer of
clear.
healing. I need everyone together because it only has so much range.
But as you walk away while you're sitting there, you see Wilhelm walking past you, Hachu kind of standing by, looking a bit worse for wear as well.
Well, if we're all doing it up there, I'll come back.
I'm not sure Leroy's up to walking.
Yeah.
I'll bring him down.
Roy's not really moving at this point.
Yeah, Leroy's fucked.
This is a comfortable log.
I'll bring him down. Just give me a moment.
I'm assuming.
Leroy would like to move. Leroy engaged in hand-to-hand combat, which he's not really good at.
Yeah.
You're pretty darn good with it, though.
You're pretty,
What
did
the
pretty
fuck? Yo, what
good.
the fuck was that? What
You
the fuck
kicked
is
ass. You kicked ass,
What
dude.
the- I've never I've pulled the sword cane out like once before.
You look like Nemo in
League of
Um,
Extraordinary
League of
Gentlemen.
Extraordinary
Yeah.
Gentlemen, except Nemo didn't have a solid silver sword cane.
No.
It was
I
a
wasn't
silver.
expecting the stabbity to actually work.
You stab something
just
that
kinda
doesn't
ra-
like silver with a solid blade of silver, it's gonna do some oof.
Did we establish it was silver?
Yeah.
Hey, take it before he
I'm-
resets
yeah,
the
I'm-
encounter.
Uh-huh.
No, I'm just like
Yeah, we had established that. A lot of your stuff is silver and gold and pewter and very nice. But I'm assuming Hachu and Peter, you guys go back down to the camp for now?
I was actually gonna call out to Nikos and tell him to bring Leroy over here.
Got it. Come on, let's
Roy
go.
is a sack of potatoes.
I'll help
Roll
him
me-
hobble
Right
his
area.
way up.
Roll me a
well, what-
strength with advantage.
Peter, when I went past you, I said that
Got it.
I'll bring him down in a second.
Ooh.
Leroy got fat all of a sudden. It's kind of hard for
Oh,
you
you
to
were
do a
talking-
squat for once, but
You
your
were
fireman
talking
carry
about-
his ass up.
It's
You
all
were
that
talking
home cooking.
about Torin, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, if you said that with that implication, because I originally, without the actual body language, I thought you were talking about Leroy. I'm just gonna kind of, instead of letting you go up to him, I'm gonna kind of put my hand on your chest and stop you for a minute and say, give him a minute.
No, I think right now I need to go up to him.
Let's see.
As Wilhelm starts walking towards him, you see Nikos carrying Leroy fireman carry style over his shoulders.
I think that's close enough for me to hit everybody. And I gotta upcast it.
Hey, everybody gets 13 healing.
No, we get 21.
Oh wait, yeah, it's cast up. Shit. So 13 plus 8. Yeah, 21. Everybody regained 21 HP as
well, I'm up next.
Wow, dude, our
Leroy-
healer sucks. They didn't give me the full health cap. They stopped 2 points short.
Right.
Jeez.
And
And I don't remember
Or-
what Blessed Healer gives me, but I know it's enough to top me off because it's like 2 plus the spell's level or something.
Nikos
Top
with
me
his
Hey,
4
well, you
damage.
points
know-
of damage. Ooh.
The whole 3 points I was missing is back to full now, so thanks.
Yeah, Leroy, you feel your shoulder kind of rebuild itself underneath your ripped open shirt. Nikos, you feel a pip in your step. Poor Hachu got ripped up pretty good. You start to feel your scales reforming under your ripped open jacket and suit. Peter, you're okay. Wilhelm and Torn, yeah, you even though the blood stays on your shirt, you feel the wound kind of mend and seal up on your shoulder blade as you
I
walk
actually
up on
only hit
Wilhelm.
myself. I actually only hit myself that time.
Yeah, you only took self damage.
Stop hitting yourself.
Yeah, there's a pair of healing. I feel that.
Feels pretty good, doesn't it?
It usually does. Yeah.
Oh,
Hey.
fuck yeah, that's the spot. Hey, what am I doing on Nikos' shoulder?
Helping
Being
you
brought
move.
to the prayer of healing.
Oh yeah, did we win?
Oh, we're
I
all
don't know. I
alive.
missed it.
Hey,
All I
Torn.
remember is shooting that big ugly
sorry.
fucker and then passing out.
Yeah.
Hey, just remember, we're a team.
Yeah. Yeah, we are. I don't know why I needed to remember that. What are you getting at?
Well, every kill that I make is your kill too. Every kill that Peter makes is your kill too.
That's not how it works. Also, this is. What? I'm sorry. What?
Every kill Leroy makes is his kill. Fuck off.
Basically, what I'm saying is, I know you want to be the one to protect everybody. And I know you don't want to see anybody else die. But we signed up for this. We have our reasons for doing it. And we've been protecting each other thus far. If there's something I can say is, I will do whatever is my power to keep everybody safe. But
No, that's funny coming from you, given you seem very inclined to want to kill yourself.
I'm not inclined to kill myself. I'm inclined to live every day as if I could be murdered in cold blood.
There's a difference between being murdered in cold blood and being murdered by an avalanche. We're standing at the front of I can't remember the word for it. The damn point with the rocks at the end of the island. You see what I'm getting at?
With the Island of Rhodes, I wasn't expecting them to pop up that fast. That was a tactical error. With me sliding down the mountain, that was stupidity and me being childish.
Yeah, well, I can't seem to stop giving a damn about you dying or not dying, so could you do me a favor and stop trying to die?
I will be more careful in the future.
Thank you, I genuinely appreciate it. I'm dealing with a lot right now. I don't understand a lot of the things I'm feeling. It's mostly just manifesting as anger and anxiety. And I'm gonna have to think about that.
Hey, just think about this. I know you don't like not having the answers. But you are the smartest group of people I've ever worked with. If anybody can figure out the answers, it's us.
Yeah, I'm inclined to agree. See, I've got all the answers. I just don't have a way to back them. I see, but knowledge without wisdom is inherently useless, and you see I'm particularly lacking in the wisdom department. And that's where you guys come in.
You have great theories.
Yeah.
We are here to help them put into reality. For now, let's go. Let's eat some breakfast. Let's get up this fucking mountain. And let's get back to England, where it is not so fucking cold.
Oh God, breakfast. Did Leroy survive? If he died, I'm gonna be so upset.
He's probably a little bit weak.
Can he still cook?
I mean, that boy could probably cook if he was dead.
Okay, that's all that matters. Let's go.
Undead cook.
As
How'd you
the
guess
two-
and
Tastes
speak
like
with
the
Ned
cake-
to learn your
Tastes like
recipes?
decayed earth, but it's rich in nutrients. Here, try it.
As the two of you walk back down the slope, you see the other four hanging around camp, the little turrets walking about.
No, it doesn't activate unless I'm within 60 feet of it. So it's just kind of like...
Oh, it's like stuck mid-strut.
I'm
You
actually
know,
going to go up to it. I'm going to cast Mending on it.
Alright.
Can we make that thing stand watch for us in the future?
Yeah, I didn't do it thus far because it was it's a little bit slow.
Is he stupid or is he not very fast?
Not very fast. It's I mean it's not very intelligent either. Literally is commanded by me. And
Is
it's
it
max health.
intelligent enough to shoot at things that are not us?
With my command.
Damn, Peter, would you perhaps happen to have any idea why a Shadow Wolf would want to try to drag you away into the woods?
It was trying to drag me away?
Did no one tell him what was going on?
I was too busy talking to you and getting you to stop wallowing in your own self-pity.
You know, it's not too late for me to kick your ass.
That's true.
It
Just
was
remember, I have
dragging
a
away,
turret
but
aimed at you.
I think they were just trying to get all of us. You just happened to be one of the more convenient ones to grab first.
Where were they?
Oh no, I woke up and you were already, like, far away.
Torn, you've done a bit of reading. Give me a history roll. We'll see what your Slavic mythos is. 20, damn.
I don't know, but I think it was trying to... I think it was the same thing that went after my compatriot. The one who died in the village.
Oh.
Based off their descriptions, I would bet he survived an encounter only to die of the poisons they seem to secrete later on.
That...
Assuming it is like the
Right.
shadow wolf I saw in the woods, is that what it was that came after us? A few of those?
Yeah.
No, I think, I don't know, I looked up and I saw you, and there was other things, but I didn't pay attention to them. So, the more I think about it, I remember reading about it. It was a Vakalak. You should have heard about this at some point, Peter. Right? It's an old Slavic myth. They lull enemies. They how do I put it? They lure them out with something like a lullaby at nice sounds, and it's kind of I guess your version of a Wendigo.
Can you DM me the spelling of that? So I can add it to my notes.
It's a mouthful.
Can do. Let me grab you and let me boom.
Trying to pronounce it's like trying to talk through their, like them trying to talk through their teeth.
And I couldn't hurt it. I put 12 rounds into it, and I couldn't. It didn't. It just shrugged them off.
Pretty.
I'm kind of listening to Torin, and ask him directly, what caliber is your gun again?
Why am I blanking? I know what caliber this gun
The
is.
bar is
What?
the
30
same
aught
as the
6.
Grand. It is 30-6.
Yeah, I thought so.
Ah.
30 aught.
I kind of grumble to myself and don't say anymore.
My spear didn't have any trouble with them.
Is your spear magical?
Yeah.
That is generally the way to handle many. Would the word for it be undead DM or just supernatural?
Supernatural or mystical often require supernatural, mystical abilities to harm them, be it magical or blessed or unique materials.
That would generally be the way to handle any kind of supernatural creatures. That or silver, or in some cases, iron.
Specifically cold iron, if I'm correct.
I did not understand you.
Good. That works out perfectly then.
He's eating one of Torn's muffins.
What did you say, Wilhelm?
I said specifically cold iron to be precise.
Something like that, yes. I believe that is something more unique to English folklore, though. It would make sense. It would make sense that your rifle did not do anything.
Roy's just poking at the fire, staying quiet.
Should we invest in silver bullets then?
That would be a way to do it. Is there a way for me to bless our ammunition out here?
You would be able to do that, but it would take a little while to do. But you could do it in the field if you guys choose to keep camp going for a bit longer. It would only last for, technically, just to kind of balance the ruling, the mags that they currently have loaded.
Torn probably changed mag. He's gonna put that 8-rounder in his fucking pocket.
I can bless our ammunition, but I can't bless all of it. I don't have enough holy oil.
I mean, you think that there's more? I mean, this isn't what we were up here for.
No, it was not, but trouble does have a tendency to find us.
That it does.
Yeah, it's never after me.
No, you just get in its way.
Valid.
Yeah, that should be my job.
Valid.
Would you like me to go ahead and bless the ammo?
I think we should get moving, actually. This has been a little bit later to start than I think we would have wanted.
How far are we from the Amazonness?
As
one
far
more
as
hex-
the plausible location, about another half day's march.
In that case, we should get moving. Those of us who have magical abilities should be able to, or magical weapons, should be able to do some damage.
Well, mine's already out now, so that should help us. I'm just gonna have it right on my shoulder. Speak louder, I'm putting my earplugs in case it has to fire.
In that case, I'm going to fall in at the rear of the column.
It's this way. It's northwest. It's not too far. Shouldn't take the rest of the day.
Right.
Perhaps the
Let's keep
Amazons
moving
will know
then.
more about it. They do live here, after all.
Do they? Do we know that?
Well, they're supposed to
got
live
a
in these
ping.
mountains.
Yeah. And we got a ping from my spear off that way, so
Hopefully that means they're there, and that's just not where they all died.
Torin, I think you should be a bit more
optimistic.
at least for the rest of the mission.
Sorry, I'm in a bad mood.
I know.
As you guys take the next half hour to hour to fully wrap up your camp, bundle it all, get your packs on, fully assemble yourselves, and get nice and ready for more snow marching and hiking as you guys pass through this specific pass with Mount Ushba sitting pretty high up to the northeast. You guys said you're going to make your way to the top left, northwest?
Yes.
Alright, I would like
Right.
everybody to roll me nature.
Not nurture.
Nature, not nurture.
A relatively decent roll.
Nature.
Tender loving
Ooh,
TLC.
6.
21.
Ooh.
Apparently, Leroy is born
Damn.
again in nature after almost dying.
You guys ever just look at the trees sometimes? What happened to you?
I'm the Lord.
They attacked him.
Speak for the trees.
I'm
The trees are
Leroy.
talking,
Speak for
guys.
The
The trees are talking.
The trees are singing.
Rose
Slavic.
multiclassing into druid.
Ooh. All right. Yeah, Nikos, you're just kind of following with the pack. You're present. Torn, you're a little haggard. You're a little tired. You're kind of falling behind every little so often, but you're able to hurry your steps up a bit more. With Leroy seeming to keep the pace from the rear, just kind of marching the whole group up the pass, kind of following the nice
Heard it.
path line that you drew.
Hurting us like the cats we are.
Kind of hurting you, yeah.
Here, puss. Here,
Leroy at the back with that nat 20, the rest of you. You guys make pretty good time as you start to enter the pass. And give me a moment here to... There we go. So with the navigator's tools, and with the combination of the nat 20, so with those navigator's tools and the plotting that you have taken, you kind of look around a bit, trying to reference where you are on the map with your compass, shooting a nice back azimuth, trying to keep exact pacing, and you realize, looking at the terrain in this map that you've been given, there should be a small waterfall from the stream that runs down here from all the ice melt. Possibly even a little lake, maybe a tiny reservoir of sorts, almost like a hold. And Leroy, marching along, you end up finding yourself at the very front of the pack. And let me organize your guys' tokens so you can see what you're walking towards. Leroy on point, we would then have Wilhelm behind him. We would then have Peter, and then Hachu.
Nope, and then Torn, and then Hachu.
Ah,
And then
Torn,
Nikos.
then Hachu, then Nikos. There you go. Because you guys
There
are...
goes Nikos being out of position again.
He's not.
What?
He doesn't need position. He's fine.
Our sorcerer at the rear? That's a great idea.
Sorcerer, he's our tank.
Yeah.
Oh, Nikos!
Hey, I was
Oh,
forced into this position. Don't blame me.
No, I can never blame you for being out of position. You just always are.
I know. It's so funny.
It's not your fault. It's just the way you were born.
Born this way.
Yeah.
I mean, for real,
slow.
two different campaigns where you're playing the exact same character, and both of them you're constantly in the wrong place
Oh,
through
no, I
no
think-
fault of your own.
I think Nikos
Yeah.
has a lot more character.
I think you just haven't given, situation hasn't given Siren the
Siren
chance
a time
to
to shine 'cause he
show as
shoots
much
people in
character.
their monologue.
Yeah.
He's just so much more like the situation he's in means he's allowed to be so much more cold-blooded.
Yeah. Yeah.
Give me a moment here to find some music. I don't know where it went, but I think I lost
He's
it.
a very much more blunt instrument than
It's like-
Nikos is.
I have to separate my fucking subconscious from character subconscious. Jeez, that's difficult.
Having a Will moment.
I can. It's just hard.
Life is unfair.
Will having an IRL breakdown from playing too much of a dick in game.
Yeah.
It's admirable, man. It's some fucking good character doing. Alright, let me get the
I went
audio
to
correct.
School for this? Okay, so I'm like a professional.
Well, that was a person he played briefly.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
God.
Yeah, you want to explain to him how we got into that one, right?
That was part of the Berryman story arc. That was what
After-
set it off. Was Will
after
doing that?
session,
Yeah.
but the Spark Notes,
Yeah.
Will played a very flagrantly homosexual fashion designer to sneak us into the executive office.
Oh hell yeah. Oh, I remember
Without
this now. I
warning,
remember
by
this
the
now.
way.
Yeah,
So the rest of us were just like stunned.
He full
I-
sold it. It was
Back to the
bad.
current story. I'm engaged.
Yeah.
I'm invested.
As you guys are marching along, Leroy, you're the first one to kind of come over this bit of a bank. Torn your face down in the map. Everyone else, you kind of look into the sides as the column kind of comes to a stop. And let me reveal the map for you guys.
As a bit of a bank angle. Bank angle.
Bank angle.
If the notes we've gotten are correct, and my
Word for. I don't want to say calculations. That's too gay.
Projections.
Yeah, there you go.
my projections were correct.
My
we should
forecast
be
shows that
somewhere around the correct place.
Um,
I think.
Torin,
What?
stop talking and look forward.
But
Who's there to look at? It's all black.
Scroll
Oh,
down
it's
a
down
little
there.
Scroll
bit.
down.
As all of you come to a stop and kind of do that thing where you're all looking over one side or the other of Leroy behind them, kind of like those like dance routines. Everybody kind of peeks past him on the left or right, or Hachu just periscopes up above.
Hey, everyone, left,
That's
right, left, right,
picture.
left, right, left, right. Woo!
You
Now
guys
that's
see,
a picture, and then Nikos is just in the back, like I can't see anything.
I need a cover image, and that's what I'm gonna make it. As you guys all peek past and look, you see what looks like 3 dead, kind of khaki brown uniformed soldiers, each with a kind of iteration of a red star pendant on the front of their hat or cover. Little kind of panels on their shoulders that have red trim on it, with what looks like a little golden symbol, and Mosins. Well, if they were standing at least. 3 of them are laying on the ground, each with a pretty open and aggressive gut or chest wound, where it looks like something was rammed in and then aggressively ripped out. And standing between the 3 of them in this kind of scene is kind of turning around a very built, not masculine and like dense, but very built, very, dare I say the word fine, hoplite with a kind of bluish white shield, bronze armor, turns around and looks to all of you, looking a
Damn,
little
she's
bit
back.
surprised. Yeah,
I
if
give a
Nikos,
low appreciative whistle.
if Nikos had tits and bigger thighs, you're looking at that. And kind of looks to you with a little bit of a head
Also
tilt.
blue.
Oh,
Is she also blue?
Not blue. Feel free to zoom in on the
Da-boo-dee,
token.
da-boo-die, da-boo-dee, da-boo-da.
She's regular person color.
She looks to you and,
Nikos.
and she kind of looks to you and tilts her head a little bit.
It's okay. We're not communists.
Nikos, you should probably get out
Yeah.
here.
Yep.
That's a nice breastplate.
She looks like she's about to say something as she raises her spear up to kind of point it towards you in like a helling manner. As you guys start walking forward, a crack of a rifle round makes her head snap forward with a jerk as she falls face down into the snow, dropped. I would like everybody to roll me initiative.
Oh,
Damn it.
Okay.
Shit.
So, how far are we gonna go into combat tonight?
Probably just one turn rotation to introduce you guys, and then we'll pause session there. I know you're feeling kind of tired.
Yeah. Also, because you know what I have to do? I have to open the next 2 days.
Yeah. Now we'll call it here shortly.
Oh,
I needed this.
Let me make this fucking roll again. Oh yeah, I can do initiative with advantage, right? I forgot.
Yep.
I have somehow lost the initiative button. There it is.
Can I have my turret guy on the field?
Shit.
Can do.
I'll take the second one.
Gotcha.
I don't know.
Oh, I got 14. I didn't even see what I got.
We grab the turret here. Yoink.
For reference, I am taking up my stance. You know the one in this particular situation.
Which one would that be?
The one that raises my AC.
Ah, okay.
I'm healing if that matters.
Alright, and let me set this. As you guys crest over, you see what looks like a slowly enduring conflict. All of you kind of quickly raising your guns. You see what looks like a mix of Soviet troops hopping out of the back of a truck, quickly getting behind this kind of frozen ruins. They're stacking and rolling forward what looks like a machine gun. There's the pitter-putter of a possibly diesel engine rolling up just behind. And you see a small group of very built kind of Amazonian female hoplites linking their shields and squaring off as they approach this group, looking equally surprised to see you as well. And we'll go through one turn order until we get to the back to the top of the turn list, and we will call the session there. However, for the first turn, Hachu, you're top of the turn order, bud. What you doing?
Please tell me you got something big.
I got something big for them, all right.
Yeah,
I want a big explosion from you, Magic Man.
I like your funny explosions, Magic Man.
Also, is that a tankette? It looks like a fucking tankette.
It's
you would be right. That is a.
It's.
That
I
would
couldn't
be
find.
Technically a Vickers K, but hey, well, not Vickers K, but Vickers.
6 ton, 7 ton, whatever it is. Yeah.
It'd be the little 6-ton, the one that was exported and rolled around. I couldn't find the actual like little dual-turreted Russian one, so it's good enough. You get the idea. It's got two little turrets with machine guns.
26.
I'm well within range of him, so.
Oh. Okay.
I'll hit the
machine gun team that's
with,
rolling up
with
their
with,
wagon-wheeled machine gun.
With the spell sniper thing, I got 120 range, so Toll dead. I won't get the.
Toll the dead. Ooh, okay.
Oh, I won't get the 2d12, but I'll take 2d.
Let me roll wisdom save. Ooh, baby.
He's a
that's
communist. He should be doing that at disadvantage.
What, wisdom? They only get a +0.
Yeah. Yeah, and he should be doing it at disadvantage. He is communist after all.
I gotta give a little bit of a challenge. Come on.
No.
But it's only an 11. He fails. They're not missing any
9.
hit points, so. Whole
Yeah,
9
no, that's what I
points.
rolled.
All right.
A 1 and an 8. Boy, that's how it goes here, apparently.
Hey, you got max and you got min. I mean, like that's pretty. That's more than average.
You min-max
my
munchkin.
my back-to-back fucking nat 1s weren't though.
Yeah.
The bell tolls as the loader kind of grabs his head for a moment and then reaches back up and starts feeding the belt to the machine gunner as he starts double racking it, trying to go through the process of getting it ready. What else you got, Hachu?
A mythical pistol shot at him. Sure.
Send it.
That's
Is that within range of your pistol?
Oh, probably fucking not. No, no.
You got a 50-foot range. I think it's out of range.
Nah, I'll be
Shoots
alright.
a bullet just for funsies.
Pow!
Yeah, you just shoot a shot. It kind of flies, lands in the snow and rock in front of him. It's suppressive.
Sure.
All right,
I'm sure it
Nikos.
So, is this water here frozen over?
It is frozen
Okay.
for now.
For now, at least. Alright. 30. Move up to there. Let's see. 55. Alright. I'll chuck my spear at this guy here.
All right. Poor Russian motorized rifleman. Oh god, yeah, that hits.
Catch.
Ah, yeah, the spear just catches him right through the midsection as he kind of doubles back, like, what the hell? There's a spear in me.
Bonus action.
Recall spear
Teleport it
out
back.
of him.
Yep.
Ow! Just kind of. Whoop.
And 15.
You throw it and you hit him again.
Nice.
For 9. As the spear, still with him, some of his innards on it, comes flying back again and spears him again and knocks him back as he's now got the same spear in him in another hole.
And
Bruh.
that's all.
Bruh!
Bruh. What the hell?
Blah! The fuck?
Alright. And I forgot to add his turn.
I have hole in both lungs!
I have hole in lung. This is not good. How will I return to Soviet Union as hero? He's not gonna move. This guy though, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, running through the cover. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. 5. You know what? You're all gonna move as a little unit. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 30. Tank, 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 tank. You are going to turn your attention. You are turning your attention. The three of you are going to fire at the Amazonians. Let's see if they actually manage to hit anything. Oh my god. Oh, okay, the Soviets are going to be a challenge this time.
Of course, it's the fucking Soviets that are a challenge.
I don't know why.
Soviet bias.
Soviet bias.
Communists.
Hoorah!
Why does the Yak 9 climb like that?
How is it every time they're able to score hits from 5 fucking blocks away? Time instant highlight KO. Shit.
They fire some
Somebody played
shots.
way too much War Thunder.
Officer moving up there. Machine Gunner is going to fire at you, Nikos, as he will turn the little shielded, water-cooled machine gun at you and press both thumbs down for a nice DACA. That is a 9
No.
and an 11. Why do I even try?
No.
Yeah, you put your shield up and a bunch of Maxim machine gun rounds are just ting, 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 ting off your shield like it's nothing. Rifleman next to him will fire a shot at Hachu. That is a 11. I'm hoping that doesn't hit. And then Tank will complete the rest of its turn, having moved 30 feet. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, as it moves its full 55 feet. And the two little turrets rotate. One is going to fire at its machine gun at a Amazonian. She's going to put her shield up and look like Nikos with tits. It's glorious. The other one's going to aim its second turret towards you guys. Actually, are you guys within range? I don't know if you're within range. Jimmy, are you in range? Hey, Jimmy, want to join Antifa?
Shut up, Carl. Take your inhaler.
Yeah, Jimmy, join the NRA. It's the only way to go. Nikos, you're the only one in range.
That'll be fine, I'm sure.
I need a dex save, good sir.
Oh.
Okay.
Well, you're only gonna take half damage.
You know, it's a little shitty Soviet tank. It shouldn't hurt too much.
You take 7 fire damage, and give me a moment to draw the squares that will be on fire for the next 2 turns.
Incendiary ring?
Flamethrower.
Sounds like a good use for a gammon bomb.
Second turret
does.
lets out a little quick bursting kind of squirt of a flamethrower as napalm and gasoline mix flies out across the ice and lands, splashing off your shield as you block it.
A historically accurate flamethrower that has the proper range of a historically accurate flamethrower? DM, I'm wet.
I mean, all the snow around you did melt, so yeah.
I'm just like, Flammenwerfer!
Ow!
Worth slamming.
I work the flamme.
Let me draw that a bit better. I could draw that a bit better so it's like actually official which squares are no bueno to enter. There we go. That's better. Those squares are currently on fire for the next 2 turns as it will linger.
No squares.
Wilhelm.
Okay.
Trench
bonus
warfare
action.
PTSD from Russian flamethrowers. Roll concept now.
Guy moves up 15 feet. Not
Wilhelm
how
just screams and runs away.
Not again, not again.
I turn to Jackie Chan. Let me check one thing, range-wise. A little bit further. Alright, I'm gonna move up to there. So where was that? Double check. Yep, just underneath there, right next to the flag. And move there. My turret is gonna fire at the machine gunner.
Alright. At the maxim up on the platform?
Yes.
Gotcha. Pump.
I think that hits.
Yeah,
that
hits.
misses. Nah, that misses.
It missed. He's in full cover, and he has Skulker. You can't.
And also made of adamantium, and also invisible.
Hey, do I hit the gun or do I hit the guy?
Technically, it's both. Even though it's 3 entities, it counts as 1 entity for right now.
The gun gets pushed 5 feet back. Does it fall over?
Yeah, it'll have to be placed back up, so that will take him an action to do so. Let me minus 14 from the collective health.
Does that damage the operation of the gun in any way?
I will say that's part of the action of getting it back up and running is, it's like jostled to the side. They have to like fix the belt because it's kind of got that like twirl going on. It's got the cloth belt. It'll take them a turn to fully get it up and running again. However, yeah, you land a square hit on it and knock it back as they fall over with their shielded maxim.
Let me check one other thing. Okay, so that's what it looks like.
The mustard line.
Yes. Okay, just need that in the future. But for right now, do I see this guy right here?
You do.
I'm gonna firebolt him.
Okay. Send it, Cooter.
I'll eventually find it.
Firebolt.
17.
That hits.
How many cantrips do you have that you can't find Firebolt?
Oh, it's just all the attacks I have. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 attacks.
He's an artillerist. That's what they do.
5 fire damage. That's
Alright.
low.
Well, that's okay. He has to make a con save.
Con save? Fails a con save, or he'll get shot by the commissar?
I like that you targeted that one guy in particular. If you look at his pose and what's in his hand.
Oh! I just realized what's in his hand.
And you hit him with Incendiary, so that guy needs to also make a save. Because he's within 15 feet. That's a nat 1. Let me double check.
Firebolt, massive explosion.
That usually doesn't do that.
Grenade 1, Grenade 2, Grenade 3, Grenade 4. There's 11,
Oh my.
so 10, 18, 19, 20, 27, 28, 29, 30, 32?
What?
His 20 health is no match as the grenade. You ever see the Russian grenades that kind of look like the German ones but short and stumpy? He's got 3 of those across the front of his belt and one in his hand that he's running up to throw as the firebolt catches him and the grenades all detonate simultaneously. Both him and the other guy are shredded, to say the least, as the brickwork is spalted with shrapnel bits as he detonates with a much louder crack than the fireball should have resulted if anybody does look that direction. What else you got, Wilhelm?
Well, that was impressive.
I just look over and go, that has never happened for me before. But I am not mad.
Blow him up.
I just wanted to
Well,
frag
I
the
am.
party.
And that is the end of my turn.
Peter, you feel a boiling boil within your boiling imperial boil. What do?
I am, as much as I want to just fucking rip my sword out and charge these fuckers down, I'm actually going to cast Revivify on the Amazon in front of me.
Ah, okay.
It would be so jarring, just Peter like, 1 second, please.
Just fucking he goes charging into him.
And then I'm also gonna, because we established that Lay on Hands is a bonus action, I'm gonna blow
is.
20 of my Lay on Hands HP onto her.
All right. So you put one hand over as she gasps out for a moment, looks up to you a bit surprised, and is about to be angry until your other hand touches her shoulder, and you see the blood kind of heal and her head kind of heal as she gasps again, kind of looks to you, looks over, sees Nikos, looks above her head, sees Napalm melting the ice, and starts to get to her feet slowly.
How much cover is this over here?
That would
Like
be
with that.
half cover. Those are only about 2 foot tall brick.
That is not cover. Not for
Yeah.
what's coming.
If you like lay down, it's cover, but not really. These are very dilapidated ruins. The tallest things, all these ruins and the stuff that the guys are behind up here are all maybe 1 to 2 feet tall. Any of the knocked over pillars are about 3 to 4 feet tall.
Okay, well, again, as much as I want to charge into battle, I'm not stupid. So I am actually going to take a little bit of a step back, kind of behind the two, and wait until someone inevitably needs more healing.
Alrighty.
Nice.
Also, Leroy. Maybe.
just watch.
Don't worry. You'll next session you'll see. Torn, you're up.
So, Peter, as you're stepping backwards, the kobold is trudging resolutely forwards towards Nikos, and he looks at you and he's like, says,
Peter, tell me what I need to hear right now.
That those are godless communists who don't have souls.
That is exactly what I needed to hear. Thank you.
and he's gonna step up behind on Nikos' square, more or less. He's on Nikos.
You don't
underneath
want
him.
to step on me. I'm on fire currently.
The square is
I'm
currently
next
on
to you.
fire, so
He's
you're
a-
right next to him.
The fire is nice and warm. It's really cold out. It's gonna go prone behind Nikos and pick out that one guy. Who's that? How do I ping again?
Which one? Oh, the tank.
No, not the tank. That seems like a waste of ammunition, kind of. a
What, the
little bit.
machine gunner?
No,
machine
not the
gunner?
machine gunner. This guy straight up there.
Oh,
There's
that
a-
Why
guy.
not the guy there?
Yeah.
Why not the guy with the sword directing everything?
Well, all right. I'll make DM roll for this.
Insight. Roll me
insight,
insight.
yeah.
See if you want to pick out what seems more important.
17. What seems more important to the DM?
A massive rifleman. There's a tank, There is a stumbled machine gun. There is a officer waving a saber around.
That officer looks really important.
He's got golden and yellow shoulder pauldrons instead of
It looks
everybody else that has
really
red.
important. Guess what, officer?
You gonna take a shot at the officer? All right.
With not a shot, we're gonna take 12 shots at the officer in full auto, in absolute full auto with advantage. is what we're
Double
gonna
tap and a offhand.
do. Yes.
All right, send it.
This is
That's-
24, 20, and an 18.
That's a hit, and a hit. Give me damage for all three.
Because it's 1,
Gonna
2,
mulch this
3
guy.
strikes, you're out in the old frost.
That's 28, 38, 40...
5.
Yeah, 45 damage on the officer.
Well,
Fuck, that would have one-shot me.
You doubled his health and then some. As this guy catches 12 rounds center mass that just stitches up from like navel to head, 12 rounds of 30-06. If you ever seen the Bonnie and Clyde recreation,
Oh, God.
it looks like that as he just takes a bar burst just straight up the center torso and gets dropped.
Torin blinks and then looks over up at Nikos and goes,
Got
Nice.
him.
Good job.
I'm gonna kill the other ones too.
Good. I'll join you.
Hell yeah.
What else
I'm
you got,
on you.
Thor?
No, that's it.
Alright. I like how Torn might actually believe becoming communist means you lose your soul.
Yeah, he's getting there. With Peter's
Uh,
influence, he's definitely getting there.
As we
I'm
get
gonna
to
be
the...
real. Peter pretty much believes that.
Yeah. As we get to the hoplites, she gets up, gives a nod to you two, gives a very impressed kind of smiling, like, big sister nod to you, Torn, and
Torin
will-
salutes.
presses herself against your side, Nikos, and does a hoplite shield lock with you, where the edge of that shield claps to yours. Anybody next to them now gets the shield lock feature. If you are next to them, you get +1 to your AC.
Wait, hold up.
As long as these two have a shield lock, everybody within 5 feet of those two, including those two, get +1 to their AC.
That puts me at 19 AC.
Not Soren, Nikos at 21?
Yeah, I'm at 21 now.
Good lord.
Let's see, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. They're going to run up as they lock their shields and start doing a nice Amazonian kind of angled approach. Those two, though, are going to throw javelins. Let's see if they hit. Whoop. Ooh. That one misses, but that one will hit. I do not recall what the damage for a javelin is. I believe it is a d6. Fuck.
Man.
Alright, Amazonians don't fuck around. I statted them properly. Leroy, it is your turn.
Just kind of whistling to myself and moving up behind our new Amazonian ally.
Of course you're
for
going
that
behind her.
+1. Oh yeah, you know it. But for another purpose entirely.
Hey there,
I get-
Leroy. You ready to kill a communist? Or eight?
I'm using her for my skulker ability.
Alright. Yeah,
I'm skulking behind the hoplite.
that
I'm
works.
hiding behind her tits!
Yeah, that works. The width of her Adonis hips and both of their shields locked. Yeah, you can use Skulker behind them.
Yep.
Hey, you could probably
And,
support yourself on one of those hips too if you wanted
Oh,
to.
shit.
I mean, I probably could balance the Farker Hill, but I wouldn't be able to shoot through the shield. So,
Who are you shooting at?
I'm gonna aim over her shoulder. Hopefully, she doesn't freak the fuck out.
Sorry, ma'am. 1 sec.
Yeah, pardon me, ma'am. Do your best not to flinch.
Alright.
It's gonna be loud, like you tonight.
Hey.
I'm gonna stomp on Torrent's foot.
Who are you shooting at, Leroy?
I want to say something to Torrent, but it's gonna have to wait.
Yeah, sorry, he's currently
I'm
on the ground.
Is the machine gun active? It looks active.
Not currently. It's knocked over.
Not currently.
They're
Okay,
trying
it's
to
not.
pick it back up right now.
Yeah.
Okay, so there's 1 or 2 on the gun.
2.
Okay. I'm going to shoot at the one behind it.
The one behind the machine gun?
Yeah.
Alright, send it. Remember, you do get to make 2 attacks.
I do.
Mister, I've been forgetting that for like 2 months.
I didn't want to
Fucker.
remind him. I was hoping he'd remember organically.
Organically versus non-organic.
I like to think Leroy is like a little cowboy germ in a petri dish, and you just occasionally feed it, and it learns and grows.
We're just sitting there at the campfire, and one day a little light bulb goes off in his head. He's like, I can shoot twice. Whoa!
This is semi-auto. Why have I never done that before? Yeah, you
I- there's
fire
There's this little switch on the side of my gun. I just hit it, and I can shoot more.
you
What?
fire a nice hammer pair. Both hit. Give me damage.
Damn, good fucking hits, by the way. And not good damage, but good hits.
It's enough, though, as both rounds, as the 2 of them toddle it back to one wheel and then slam it down onto the other wheel, place it down, and are trying to adjust the rope of ammunition from the cloth feed strip. They both look up simultaneously as the left one just gets zzz, and he drops back. He looks back forward before the other one just gets caught right in the chest and drops back, as well as the machine gun team is down.
Alright, bonus action, I'll shoot at the other one.
Alright. That's okay, Hachu. We're ending right after this turn.
He already left.
You already left.
Cool. I don't get the bloops. Damn! Yeah, that hits. Ow!
Are you in streamer mode?
Yes. Yeah, you fire a third offhand shot and it catches the guy right up in the shoulder as he kind of takes a knee and is not looking too hot. What else you got? Or is that
That
all?
is it.
Alright, as we get to the top of the turn order with Hachu, we, for now, will pause it right there. Let me move you guys back to the title screen. Congratulations, you have made contact with the Amazons.
Let's go.
And,
I've done more than that. I've managed to breathe down one's neck.
don't, no.
Yeah, well, I got the toucher.
You're going to be doing more than that, sir. I'm gonna
I got
make
to
sure
stack up behind her. Yeah, well, I got to touch her. Yeah.
Torrin's
Yeah,
like,
well-
I got to look up her skirt.
I
You
got
could-
to cut a commando in 2 while standing in her general vicinity and then give her a 2-finger salute.
Nikos is over here. Our shields are mating. And with that, we'll end the session there. Catch you all next week.
Swords and shields clanging in rhythm, hearts of steel, yet minds in schism. A wondrous company, we roam through the night, adventurers of antiquity, chasing